Kravets. If you have not followed his Triple H horse racing podcast, you're missing out. It's one of the best podcasts in the country.
Hello and welcome to the HHH Racing Podcast, live coverage of races throughout the country. I'm your proud host, Howard Kravets, along with Matt Miller and Andrew Rdesinski, as we present to you Weekend Warriors for the bridge weekend between the Derby and the Preakness. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Anchor, and you can follow us on X at HHH Racing Pod. Matt and Andrew, we're going to talk about racing from Belmont to the Big A, from Churchill, and then we're going to have live video for the first time in 2026. We're very excited for races at Monmouth, at Woodbine, and we're actually going to start the show with some audio from Gulfstream as they're about to approach the gate for the Royal Palm Juvenile. The winner of this qualifies for the Royal Ascot I believe it's 6 furlong or 5 furlong race, the first week of the meet. Matt and Andrew, the action's going to be coming in hot and heavy. How you guys both doing today? Matt, we'll start with you first.
All good. Knocked out of every contest I was in. I did get paid to get knocked out, but I'm sitting here with a clean slate. It's funny you mentioned this Gulfstream race. You tell me it's a qualifier for Ascot. I'm wondering if there's a Ward horse in there, and sure enough, I look up and he's 4 to 5.
Yes, there is a Ward horse. It is the number 8, which I'm going to get the name here right now. That is Ascara Bray. Bravo and Ward. Andrew, they're about to go to the gate here. Before I get to you, let's make sure we hear the sound.
The horses are at the gate.
Sounds good, yep.
Time for the
All right.
Royal Palm Juvenile.
Wonderful.
2-year-olds on the road to Royal Ascot, sprinting 5 furlongs over a firm turf. The race favorites include 3, Celtic Dispute, and 8, Arabray.
So we are going to have video of the races at Monmouth and at Woodbine, actually all summer, ladies and gentlemen. We're very excited. We got permission from them. We do not have copyright permission in other tracks. It's very tricky, ladies and gentlemen. We would love to be able to show video of races at certain places, but we cannot do that. We'll have audio, though. Do you have a quick thought as they're about to finish unloading her, Andrew? Can they beat the Ward?
We were all pretty much on the Ward on our betting and boozing show this week. This horse is pretty good, it seems, and it's taking money, so I'm assuming that this one might be the real deal.
Celtic Dispute for B and Cone and Sias is also taking money. That's the 3 horse.
Yep.
Of course, B and Cone won last year, guys, with Lenny Liu in one of these races. So 5-2 into this Ward, Andrew, is tell something to me.
Yeah, there's I believe there's 4 fillies against the boys in this race, and both Celtic Dispute and the Ward are both fillies as well. So they had the option to go in either or. They chose the boys, so it just shows that those 2 should be legit.
Ward has another one against the boys later, but he likes this filly with the 8. Matt, you're only 5 furlongs on the turf with 2-year-olds, as the 8's a little skittish. They're all these are babies, Matt. You just break and go and just hope you have enough endurance to win these kind of races. Probably.
Yeah, agreed. And this is the kind of horse, this 4 to 5 shot, that there's a lot of risk baked into the 4 to 5. The turf sprint, the 2-year-old factor. This is the kind of horse that could win that looks like a 1 to 5 shot. It could also get in trouble and not get out great, and that's why these are tough races.
All right, here we go.
They're all on the gate.
Pete Aiello with the call.
And they're off in the Royal Palm Juvenile. Slow start for Omaha 40, Just a Chance Yachty, and Iolana also away slowly. Great start for Scarabray on the outside, reaching out for the early lead. The other favorite, Celtic Dispute, charging to challenge toward the rail. Brahms Run gets away racing in 3rd, down at the inside, and on the improved, Just a Chance Yachty into 4th. Outside 5th, Automatic Press back to 6th.
Favorite just cleared. You think she's going to be tough from here, you think.
Break, Iolana's at the back. They swing around the far turn, chasing Joe Bravo and Scarabray.
I hope so.
At the 5/16, a length and a half in
Boy,
front.
this 5 is
Off the
flying
inside,
on the
Celtic
outside.
Dispute is on the move. 4 wide. Omaha 40 sweeping into contention with Brahms Run just to his inside. Off the turn and the stretch drive, they've reached Scarabray. Bravo wants more from Scarabray to hold the lead.
Oh,
Celtic Dispute
big bump there.
behind second. Brahms run and Omaha 40 are next. Scarabray responding to for pressure. Up on the outside, Celtic Dispute trying to get by. Celtic Dispute, Scarabray, these two. Celtic Dispute gets the job done.
Those two nice horses right there.
Hard-fought neck winner over Scarabray second in 56 flat. It's on to Royal Ascot for the Beyond Cone Barn.
I wonder if they're going to look at this, guys. That was a pretty hard bump there. About, I don't know, I'd say 40 yards into the stretch. I have no idea who bumped who, but it was a close finish, Andrew. So I wouldn't be surprised if they look at this monster effort by the Bean Cone horse.
Yeah, those two threw down in the stretch. Two very nice fillies right there, and I think that they both could have a good future sprinting on the turf.
Matt,
but yes, there was a bump.
I wouldn't
there.
tear up your ticket yet, Matt. I don't know if you have. I'm assuming you have a win bet on the 8. There's no inquiry yet. 20. I know it's a fast turf, but these are babies, guys. 21 and change. 44, 56. I agree, Andrew. These are two very nice fillies. Let's see if they look at it, Matt. Go ahead.
I'm kind of hoping they keep it. So.
Oh, okay.
You said something that, as I was typing in my bets, made me do something slightly different. You said, and people listening, you need to figure out what it is that people say that resonates with you. But Howard's point that he made was this horse was essentially, or maybe it was Andrew even, I don't know. Someone said, look, this horse is getting bet down to 5-2 into a Wesley Ward. Yeah. So I went ahead and plugged in 2 nice doubles into the 5. And then I pressed a little bit extra with the 8. As the odds broke, it's funny, the win odds stayed the same in the doubles. This is way the result I prefer. That Ward horse got crushed in the doubles. And so I'm really glad to be sitting one with a 3-5 if it holds. We'll see.
There's no inquiry yet. We'll see. The number 5, Andrew, Omaha 40. We're going to go to Belmont here. Belmont, the big A, in just a second, guys, for the John A. Nerud. Because there's an Adelphi horse, 1-900, that is the favorite. So we absolutely have to show that race. It looks like we got about a minute. I don't see an inquiry yet, Andrew. So I'm guessing it's going to stand. And I would assume
I would see it probably stand.
I would assume Biancone's going to go to Royal Ascot. He went there last year with Lenny Lou.
Yeah, they're not afraid to ship, with these type of horses. And I could see this one being a pretty good contender over there.
Yeah, we'll see who lines up with that talented filly. All right, let's go to Belmont at the Big A because the John A. Nerud's coming up here next. Sound should be working efficiently. 1-900, guys. Let me see if I can bring this up on the screen. Is a very fast horse. Big fan of Delphi Racing Club right here. I will say that he prefers it dry. I don't want to
approaching the gate for race 6.
You guys hear that?
16th running of the Johnny.
Yes. Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
3. Approaching the gate.
Let me turn the sound off though, just so we don't talk over the announcer there. 1-900. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. Sorry about that, guys. 1-900 prefers it dry. It is sealed, Andrew. So how do you think? A horse that wants it doesn't want wet, but it's sealed. They're not going to be like running in puddles. It's like in between what he wants probably.
Yeah, I think that this one's definitely going to be forwardly placed and should be all right here. I think it has a shot, definitely. I agree with everything you said right there.
This is
Sorry about that, everyone.
It's I'm unlikely to be the guy mentioning this, but this is the start of that pick 6 carryover. I think they had a modest 15K or something like that.
6th.
Nah, I had that 8 singlet at Gulfstream in the 6
this afternoon. Carry over 15,000.
We move on.
I will say
up over 140.
Let me tell you, I will say that it is drying out in New York. I just looked at the radar, Matt. I'm sure Paul and Peter are loving what they're hearing right now. It did rain, but that's why they sealed it. It's not crazy. They're going to still race on the turf for the upcoming stake races, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't think the track's going to be dry, Matt, because it's not going to be sunny the rest of the day, but the rain is pretty much over. It's listed as good, ladies and gentlemen. So let's cheer on 1-900, guys, for Matt Cutera and our friends at Delphi Racing. I think they're just going to sit off the 4 or go to the lead depending on the break. Good luck. The John A. Nerud, the grade 3 from New York, and then we will have some video of races at Monmouth and Woodbine. Here's the John A. Nerud from New York.
Ranty last to load. the Grade 3, $175,000. 16th running of the John A. Nerud. All set.
They're ready to go. Terrible timing.
And they're off and hopping in the air.
Wow.
The start was Silver Slugger. 1/900 was off
Two
the
main
step, slow
speeds
two.
didn't really break
Speed
rate.
is Acoustic
This is
Ave with a neck in
interesting.
front, and Acoustic Ave is now up top and a lone leader. Duranting is the stalking second, back in third, Full Moon Madness. 1/900 trying to make up some ground from fourth. Moves forward in the two pass just behind them at
He's
the
gonna have
rail.
to be
Radio
really good to
Red,
win
and
from
after
here.
the start, Silver Slugger is going to have to run from last to be the winner of the John A. Nerud as they work into the far turn. 22.50. Acoustic Ave is in control. Durante is ranging up to the outside in 1/900 now, 3 wide. 1/900 sees the top duo as they're well into the far turn and approaching a quarter mile left to go. The leader is Acoustic Ave. Durante in between horses, but 1/900 now looming up on them. And here's 1/900 down the center of the racetrack. Flavien Pratt says go with 1/900 trying to win it right now. Not going to be. Acoustic Ave is stubborn down towards the inside. Durante's not out of it. Full Mood Madness and Radio Red on the grandstand side. Any one of the five right now is now not finding 1/900. It's down to Durante, who is now battling on with Acoustic Ave still there. Durante with a neck in front. Durante, Acoustic Ave, give it to Durante in the John A. Nerud. Acoustic Ave was second, then came Full Mood Madness and Radio Red.
Small field, big price. Durante wins. Is that Jacobson? Let me see here. Yep. David Jacobson, Santana. Weird race, guys, because again, the 4 and the 5 were the main speed. Neither one of them, especially the 4, didn't break. Matt Cutera told me that 1/900 was better on a dry track, and the last time, guys, the track was sort of loose. He wants to be on a fast track, not only fast, but a firm dirt course, so to speak. I know they're going to be very disappointed at that effort. 4 to 5 on 1/900 didn't get the job done, but Durante does at 7 to 1. Juicy price, Matt, to kick off. You said the pick 6, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, tough one. I thought you looked pretty good hitting the top of the stretch. You know, you made the move that you'd want to make from that spot, and just, I don't know, 5-6 jumps later, it's we're hanging. That's not good.
Yeah, that's not a good effort. I did play Full Moon Madness to show in my contest, so okay. I got actually the show money for a small field is going to be okay. Not that it matters; it's $10. But anyway, 6-3-2 at Belmont, the Big A. Big surprise there. Longest shot on the board, Andrew. Acoustic Ave was a pretty cool New York bred. Finished second.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to agree with Chris Couples in the chat. Like, I could not. You could have told me 10 different ways this race was going to run. I would have never had Acoustic Ave lone on the lead like that. But Durante just had the perfect hole open up for him, and everybody else was in the middle of the track, so you got the jump. But I was surprised that the 1 and 2 hung like that down the outside, because on a wet track in New York, usually the middle of the ground is a little bit better. So I thought Full Moon Madness was going to get up, but nope, not today.
No, really no excuse off the layoff. Grade 3 win for Durante. So let me set the stage here, guys. We're also going to talk about contests as well. There's contests going on in New York. There's contests going on in Churchill through Twin Spires, our good friends at Twin Spires. So we're going to sort of go to that, because we have, strangely enough, we have 5 tracks we're going to be talking about today, and none of them go off here for a little bit. And then again, we will have live video of races at Monmouth and Woodbine, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're wondering where's the actual horses running, again, we can only do what we can do, ladies and gentlemen. But we can't get certification over Fox and some other major networks, so network TV. But we will talk about the races and show the sound. I think the next race we guys should go to or focus on is at Churchill Downs. There is, let's see, 9 minutes to race 7. So let's actually, before we do that, Matt, let's go to the contest a little bit. Unfortunately, you said you're out of the contest. I am alive in one of the contests I played, and it's the one that is at Belmont through Twin Spires. Let's just go a quick show of the leaderboard, Matt. So let me go ahead and switch screens here. So this first contest is a feeder into the KBBC BCBC qualifier, which I believe is on Memorial Day, Matt. So this is a $200 entry. You can see right now I'm in third. This is the one again at Belmont, there are, let's see, how many people? There's 44 entries. I believe it closes in 15 minutes. So there would be 4 places right now for that prize, which I think is $1,000, Matt. I believe I got to double check that. The 525, do you know off the top of your head? I believe it's 1,000.
You're moving the cursor so fast. I'm trying to keep up with you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's down below. You can kind of reverse do the math to figure out what that qualifier is if you look at the prizes. So if it's 1 for 10 and it's $100 to the prize pool, it's $1,000 seat.
Yeah. So we're fighting for $1,000 seat on Memorial Day for a BC entry. You have to be in the top 4 as of right now. That's not going to change, Matt. And I'm definitely in the mix. I had a nice exacta earlier with a very, very talented Chad horse, by the way. Arizona Territory, I believe is the name of the horse, Andrew, who we're probably to see in the Pennine Ridge against maybe Star Contrast will go there, and who knows who else. Matt Majunkin with a big hit earlier. Actually, he had the same play that I did, Matt, and then he did another play. I've been sitting a little bit since. There's obviously many people in behind, including we see Mike Saletta, Steven Zaire, there's Henry Carson. Long way to go, but I have a particular spot that I'm going to have for my second hitter, and then hopefully sit Matt. That's my plan.
Yeah, and you may not need a second huge hit here. At the moment, I'd be focused on getting my minimums done and trying to pass Ryan Petruniak in the interim. But who knows? You get a couple more big long shots like you just saw, and the way I like to talk about this is money growing on the board or is money coming off the board? And I think that last race is the kind of race where money came off the board. So
yep,
you might end up. Okay.
I actually doubled my money there, Matt. How about that with the show back?
Wow.
How about that? Yeah. So that one worked for me.
Well,
the
at
other
the expense of your actual horse coming in for real third.
Well, I don't. Well, it's not my. I do not have a piece of 1/900.
No, but you know what I'm saying.
It's
like
an Adelphi horse, though.
We would have rooted for Adelphi, obviously.
Oh, for sure. Of course, we want Adelphi to win. The other tournament, let me go back, is the one through Churchill Downs, which we're going to go to actually next. And there are, let's see how many people are in this one. 62 entries in this one. I played the first race with the 2 favorites. They both lost, so that was a disaster for me. It's 1 for every 5, I believe, here. Let's see, is that right? Yes. This is for a qualifier for the Stephen Foster, which is $3,500 at the end of June, which I will be at. 62 entries times, so about down to the top 13 in this one. Billy Winfrey has the lead right now over Joseph Markman, George Barrett, there's Skippy, our good friend Chris Couples. Again, this one goes down to 13, Matt. So you don't have to have a big total to qualify for this one. Of course, I screwed it up, and I guess you did too. When we went, favorites didn't win early, and so I was just out.
Correct. The good news was, at least in my case, I found a spot where it just felt really easy to either score in the tournament or score in cash, especially with this low ratio tournament where all you basically have to do is double your money. Okay, I mean, it's not that easy because I didn't do it, but the reality is I ended up, if you play cash on the side, it was an easy spot earlier where it was going to be a contest hit or it was going to be a good cash day. But yeah, for a lot of, there were a whole bunch of people zeroed out right there.
Yeah.
That was a very tough early trap.
Let's go to race 7, guys. It's going to be in a few minutes. Again, we'll have the audio and we'll have the video for the other tracks. This is a starter allowance, 50,000, 6.5 3-year-old fillies. I thought the 3 is going to be tough here. Wrong shoes. I'm not a huge fan of the jock, but she's got some talent. I expect her to sit off just a little bit here. We'll see. The number 5, Jabos, off the layoff for Irad. Christopher Davis is taking a lot of money. And then a horse that I like a little bit, guys, that's not taking a lot of money at all, which I'm a little surprised, is the number 6, Grand Lux for Will Walden. I'm concerned this horse not taking a lot of money. I am playing the late pick 5, and I'm looking at my ticket. I'm just playing one ticket as I try to find it. And I'm 3, 5, 6 here, guys. So I'm not using the 7, who might be the speed. Did you guys look at this race? Any thoughts, Andrew?
I like the 9 a little bit as a price here. But I think the 3, I think 3 is a little bit vulnerable. I agree with your sentiment about the jockey as well. I mean, he's not the most aggressive, and it's kind of a speed horse, so more forwardly placed than others. at times. So I think that this one might have a little issue living up to the 2-1 price. And I think that the 5 and 6 are both logical contenders as well.
The 6 now drops down to 5-1. What is it about the 9? Just outside speed?
Yeah, outside speed. I really like how he kind of can be a little tactical. She could be a little tactical with the speed going back to the maiden victory and even last time out. But just a little bit of a value play. I like a little bit here.
Yeah, I got no problem with that. It's let's see, it's a field scratched down to a field of 6. Matt, if I was in the contest, it would be tricky, right? Because this is a 6-horse field, Matt. But from a contest perspective, there's a lot of horses that can win. I'm not sure I'd play this in a contest, even though it's a small field. This is one of these unusual situations.
Agreed. This is a race I would have been drawn to, at least to try to find a spot. Equine Edge has the weakest horse in the field with a 10% chance. That's a high number. The highest it has at 27. So this shows a lot of compression. And so, if you do like someone, you're probably getting reasonable odds and you'll probably get a reasonable exact out of it, given that everyone is getting bet for the most part, except for the 8. Now that we've said that, the 8's probably first or second.
The odds are moving quite a bit, not quite T.O. Elvis movement, but right now the 3 is the favorite, slightly over the 5, the 6 taking more money. The 7 is drifting. Matt, from someone who probably didn't look at this race carefully from a handicapping perspective, no disrespect, I'm guessing.
Yep.
You know the money talks a lot. When you see a horse drifting this late, is that a negative too, or you just sort of ignore that?
That's no bueno.
Okay.
That is, it takes more money at this stage of the betting to move the odds. So when it's 20 minutes ago and it moves a half a point, right, that could have been a few $100. At this point, it's a lot of money. And so I definitely take heed. And that's why it's such a big deal at the end when these changes happen. You're laughing at
Terry Frank wants to know if you're in jail, Andrew. A little concerned
like
with the background there, apparently. He is
yeah,
not.
just my patio, old curtains and whatnot.
I confirmed. Oh, you said in the patio. There you go. Let's see here. Paul's in the chat. What's up, Paul? Paul Patane, how you doing? We got Dave Duncan is here. What's up, Dave? Chris Couples, hello, RDW, and everyone else. I finally bet a winner today. I mean, is Skippy complaining? Didn't he? I mean, he's good for the year, isn't he, Matt? I mean, come on, Skippy.
That's not how this works. I mean,
I know. I'm just
everyone's
kidding.
allowed to have their good days and bad days, but yeah, he's had his share of good ones. That's for sure.
They're about to go to the gate. Just sort of like poker or anything else, Matt. When you're up a lot and you start losing, it almost feels as bad not having it all, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's. Look, I mean, I talk a lot about that kind of stuff where you have to tuck away some money. You have to, if you hit your profit goals, don't eat into that. Just take it and go and just play with small money. There's a lot to the money management side to this. So, Chris with his ups and downs.
Sassy Fox, and what's the T?
Sound is good, right, guys?
Yep,
okay.
sounds
Should
good.
be good the rest of the way, and I'm not keep asking. We're going to go to Monmouth after this, ladies and gentlemen. It's their opening day. We will have video of Monmouth and Woodbine, so very excited about that. Race 7, Matt and Andrew coming up at Monmouth. If you want to take a gander at that as we listen to race 7, the opening leg of the pick 5 at Churchill.
Ready
Good
to
luck,
go.
everyone. Travis Stone.
And they're off. Awkward start for Jabos and Grand Lux. Good start, Empath. Empath racing out there with Sassy Fox. So those two onto the main track together. Empath short lead, Sassy Fox second. What's the T? Just to their outside third. Wrong Shoes in behind them, fourth advancing. In tight, Jabos inside. And Grand Lux is at the back of the pack on a hold. It's a tight pack down the backstretch run. Empath through a quarter in 22 and 4. Trying to get away from the field of the far turn run. Sassy Fox in pursuit. What's
now.
the T? 3 wide. Wrong Shoes, ground saving fourth, just in behind the leader. And then it's Grand Lux and Jabos as the field rounds the far turn.
Like where your 9 is,
They
Andrew.
make their way to the top of the stretch, the half and 46 and 1. They're at the quarter pole. Empath off the turn, Sassy Fox alongside. What's the T? And Grand Lux comes on 4 wide. Wrong Shoes in behind horses and Jabos.
3 open
For
up.
to go. Grand Lux powers up to grab the lead. Grand Lux dashes clear by 2. Wrong Shoes clear second now. Sassy Fox hanging tough. They're down to the finish. Grand Lux Grand Lux reports home a 2.5 length victor. Wrong Shoes was second. Sassy Fox was third. Jabos was fourth.
Well, that's a good way to start the pick 5. And, you know, Matt, I wasn't like a smash play or anything, but I did call it out. I thought the horse was interesting, especially the price. So we'll call that a mini crush. That's a mini crush to start the day here on Weekend Warriors. 4-1 is a crazy price to me on this horse. I know it's not sitting and thinking, Matt, or second guessing or red boarding. I said before, Wrong Shoes, Andrew, wrong jockey. I don't mean to be harsh, but
No, I agree.
they keep riding this guy. I just don't understand. It's a talented horse too.
Yeah, I actually boxed
Wrong Shoes
the 6, 5, and 9 just to try to beat the 3 because the 9 was the other John Ortiz in the field. So when I saw that 3 open up the little hole there for it, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna get anybody underneath the 6 here. So, but the 5 tried to make a run, but just not early enough.
Guys, let's go ahead to Monmouth Park, and we can show video and sound for Monmouth Park. Thank you very much to Monmouth and Woodbine for giving us permission, guys. Let's bring it on screen right now. Again, race 7, they are sealed and fast. Did you guys, Andrew, did you take a look at this race? Right now, the 9 is 4-5. Let me set the stage. I do have PPs, and I can bring up other things. It's an allowance race. 3-year-olds and up, they're going 5.5 furlongs. The number 9 is Cairo Surprise for Cathal Lynch, a trainer you know from your neck of the woods, and Samuel Marin, who had an unbelievable meet at Tampa Bay, now shifting his tack up to Monmouth.
Yeah, I mean, and him and Paco already are dominating Monmouth as is today. But no, I like the 9 a lot here. Turf number was really good last time out. I mean, better than any other dirt or turf number in the field. And then the dirt numbers going back to 2025 and the first race of his 3-year-old year, both were pretty good in this spot too. But I think the 5 and 6 are both a little bit logical underneath. I think the 6, Eddie Owens always does good at Monmouth. He had a little small string down in Florida for the winter, but his mainstay is up here. So I think that his horses run better up here. 8-1, I could see that horse being underneath.
Interesting. Here's the 9 showing on the screen, guys, down to 3-5. Coming off a turf effort, did win in the slot, or sorry, second in the slop. This is a dirt race. Matt, when you see a horse that just ran big on the turf and now in for the dirt, I mean, I'm personally not concerned. I do wonder why the horse is not on turf, though. Maybe they just the racing secretaries didn't do this one any favors by scheduling a race, Matt, that fit the 9 for the turf.
Yeah, I really try hard not to play substitute trainer. So I'm just that kind of stuff makes me crazy when I think about it like that. I agree with you. I'm just going to hope for the best and assume they're putting their horse in the right place. This one on Equine Edge for, and I know we've got a bunch of users in the chat. This one is standing out with a stunning 71% win percentage. That's either an error or remarkable. It doesn't get that high typically. So especially for a decent sized field at 3-5, that's kind of where they project him. And that's where he seems to be.
These are J-Breds. Is that correct, Andrew?
I believe so. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I know the 9 is the New Jersey bred for 100%.
Yeah, the question is the 5 taking money, Matt, because it's Paco or because the horse is that good off the layoff? This horse is off a layoff. I don't see a lot of other options in this race, really, between the 5 and the 9. This might be like a cold punch exacta if you want to play this race, or you could just sit. Any quick thoughts on the betting aspect of this race, Matt?
I have just hammered down the double pretty bad into the 1 in the next race, but that's
okay.
That's my play.
All right. Matt Dinnerman, guys. An excellent young announcer, was at Oaklawn, of course, now shifting his tack to Monmouth. Here we go, guys. Race 7, our first live race of 2026 on the podcast with, of course, sound and video. Enjoy race 7 at Monmouth Park.
Right now, going into the gate.
They're almost ready to go.
2 back. Royal Performance.
Say it, Matt.
About to load in. And to the outside post, Happy Offering. Happy Offering going into the gate. We're ready to go. And we're up. Showboys Jedi, a little bit slow to go. From post 9, Cairo's Surprise, waste no time, is on the lead. Royal Performance hustled along, claims second, comes after that front runner early. Happy Offering in the third position. Holiday Express.
Paco's going to make the 9 work, boys.
Off dueling leaders. Royal Performance in the
See the win price?
Surprise. We come back in the group.
Holy cow.
Well,
Matt, what'd you do?
Not me. Not a dollar. Holy cow. 1 to 9.
Second to last, and Legendary Thunder. Well,
$200,000 to win on the horse. Holy cow.
Cairo Surprise. 1 to 9, hitting the quarter pole, clear length.
That's got to be what, a $100,000 win bet, Matt?
Had to be.
To do it. Royal Performance.
Not to place or show. It's going to pay okay for those, which is crazy.
Come off the turn here. It's still Cairo Surprise.
Well, that's probably a call right there, right? CAW there, maybe.
It's probably 2 actually, and that's what happens. We can talk about it. I know we're talking right over the race, but this is a runaway.
Well, you got a 50 to 1 in second, so.
Well, I wonder if they all.
Matt, let's talk. I mean, if you want to talk about it, let's talk about it briefly. What just happened there?
Yeah, they all just went to 50. So, I mean, like, big deal. So, whoever has that exacta, don't get too excited that you have a 50 to 1 in second. When a horse goes to 1 to 9, it's weights and balances. No, this is not 6-7. This is when one horse takes the money, all the others go up. And so, right, only one other horse, the 5, got actually bet in that win pool.
But for reference, that 9-10 exacta with a 50 to 1 in second is paying 8 to 1.
Exactly. Exactly. So
the odds were exaggerated, obviously, with the win bet, Matt.
Just in the win pool. But let's think about it this way. And I don't even know who got third, but the third place horse probably was 70 to 1. And you're going to say, oh my gosh, I have a trifecta with a 50 to 1 and a 70 to 1. Yeah, it's going to pay like $40. Not a big deal. This was probably 2 different computer teams that made bets at the very last second. They can't see what each other are doing. And every now and then it's a pile-on. So they didn't really lose any money here because they get it back from the win. But for the rest of us, oh my gosh. I mean, I'm sitting here looking at 1 to 2, trying to figure out, is that value or not? Believe it or not, in my determination, it was. Thankfully, I opted to play that double. I'm scared to death to go look and see what that thing looks like right now. But 1 to 9 is just absurd. So I'll actually hold on 1 second and I'll.
But Matt, in a small pool, you might as well just bet the show then. Like, why would the teams do that knowing they're going to bring the win bet way down? You're going to get the same on the show end. So in a small pool, why would a team do that?
Look, there's a funny joke. Right. There's an old horse racing joke that says, I have a lock on this horse to win. I bet 10 across. Why the hell would you bet the place and show if he's a lock? It's the opposite here. If you're getting 2-10 no matter what, why wouldn't you have played at least play him in all the pools? I don't get it, but
I don't. That's a weird move for the teams to do at a place like Monmouth. Anyway, we can have the discussion later, guys, because like I said, the action's going to come in very quick, ladies and gentlemen. Our first look at Woodbine. Guys, I'm a big fan of Woodbine. Andrew, do you play Woodbine on the reg, just on like big days? Not at all. What's your thought on Woodbine in general? They've got I think one of the most fair all-weather services in the North America. I don't think it favors speed or closers necessarily. Reminds me, Matt, a little bit of the Cushion from Hollywood, which I liked a lot, which I thought was also very fair. They redid their turf course last year, Andrew. So I love their turf courses. They got an inner and an outer one. Your thoughts on Woodbine? And if you don't play Woodbine or don't love it, that's fine too.
No, I do love Woodbine. First month or so, their meet, I kind of try to avoid it because it's all the sprints and they gradually get bigger with distances and whatnot as the meet goes on, as not a lot of horses get to run during the winter up there, which I like, actually. They do the same thing at Horseshoe Indy as well. So I like that on those 2 tracks. But I really love their turf courses. So like when the summer turf races come around, those cards are usually so good and so fun to watch and bet. So yeah, usually the turf races during the summertime is where I really circle in on.
I agree. I really like that outer turf course. It's really wide, sweeping, long stretch. Reminds me a little bit of Arlington. Matt, the stretch is longer than it was at Arlington, but I don't like tight turns on the turf. It just you see more weird things happen. I like Belmont, where we'll see it relatively soon. Like that sort of Belmont kind of Arlington style turf course are my personal favorites. Race 6 is coming up on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. As Andrew said, they do card a lot of 5 furlong races earlier in the meet. This is a 10K optional claimer. You can see the favorite is the number 7, Quiet Madalena, and the second choice is the number 5, Ordine Lady. Let's go ahead and watch race 6 at Woodbine. Again, thank you very much to Woodbine and their administration.
Hey, Howard.
Executive branch. Yes.
Just quickly, that horse paid $210 across the board, and that trifecta paid $36.
Okay.
Walking to the
So
line
again, my point: the win
yes.
paid the same as the show.
So why not
exactly
reduce your risk for nothing?
Here's Woodbine race 6. Everyone, good luck. Coming up next will be New York Stake Race.
Last start winner.
Belmont, the Big A, will be our next race.
So
coming up, the Ruffian.
Van Du, they try to keep their
grade 2
streak alive here. Summer Snow is in. Van Du to the outside gate. Stand by for a start. And they're ready. Off and racing and tossing the head at the back was Forest B. Summer Snow a bit tardy and going for the lead. Quiet Madalena in the center and Van Du on the outside. A length in behind them is David's Rose, Victoria Elizabeth, and coming through in the center is Summer Snow. The widest is Ondine Lady, and just behind them, Forest B. 3 or 4 lengths away last is
David Rose from Schitt's Creek.
And Do on the outside, and Quiet Madalena the rail by a length 2 in third, Ondine Lady. Over on the inside, David's Rose from Victoria Elizabeth, and running on is Summer Snow on the outside. Back on the rails.
I would say your brother's got a big shot here, Matt, if that horse finds room.
Quarter pole and Quiet Madalena
that'd be the one, everyone.
Shows the way from Van Du coming off the inside.
That was my brother. He'd be running to the car.
Going to the inside, Victoria Elizabeth is running on a bit now. And as they come down the stretch out in front, Quiet Madalena by a length, David's Rose, and trying to get through is Victoria Elizabeth up on the inside and out wider.
Come on, David.
And on the rails is Forest B, but now going clear, David's Rose. David's Rose comes away to win. David's Rose is first. Second is Ondine Lady. Tight for show between Forest B or Victoria Elizabeth. The time for the race, 58.75.
Nice ride. The chalk wins, comes off the rail, does it exactly the way you want to see it. All right, guys. Again, let me reset the stage for everyone. You're watching the HHH Racing Podcast. Weekend Warriors, live racing analysis. Matt Miller, Andrew Rdesinski. We will be taking a break at one point in the middle of the show, but we got a lot of live racing, whether it be video or audio. Let's talk about Belmont of the Big A, guys. Let me go to that because we have 4 minutes left to the Ruffian. Andrew, I'm going to throw this to you. There are some small fields today, but some very nice races in New York. Sealed track. The favorite right now is actually, these odds are not live. Let me click this because wow, is the Chad Brown horse taking money. We'll bring it up here against the morning line favorite. It is what, race 7, right? Let's see.
Come on.
Race 7.
That was that double at Gulfstream. All right. That was good.
Did Gulfstream just go off?
It just went off.
Who won?
That was my 5 horse. That was beautiful. Fantastic.
The 5 won at Gulfstream?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I gave out that 6 on top in the betting and boozing show, and it got ran down by the 5.
What did it finish, Matt, there?
I don't know. I was
5-1.
blinded by just watching my own horse, to be honest.
5, 6, 2, 10, 4.
I had, I had every single horse you just mentioned, the favorite one. The 6 was actually an interesting play for me. A pocket pair wins at 2-1. Okay.
Yeah, I like that 6. That race
anyway,
too.
The Ruffian. What's your thoughts, Andrew?
I am very annoyed that Dry Powder is running back this quick. As a fan of Dry Powder, talked about that earlier in our group chat. But I think inefficiency should be the goods here for Chad. The horse looked really good in his first 2 races, undefeated. You get Pratt on a favorite, which is always a good sign, especially today. Pretty sure he's won on every favorite he's been on. And then I do think that there's horses like the 6, Irish Maxima coming in from Parks, my neck of the woods, that are going to set up a strong pace, where I think the only one that can kind of benefit from that is the 5. 5 hasn't really had to do too much passing, but has always had to been able to kick into that next gear when needed. So I think the 5 is going to probably be a tough cookie to crack here, or a tough nut to crack here with the 5.
Well, you can crack a cookie too.
Well, yeah,
as far
I
as I
guess,
know.
yeah.
Matt, I believe the 5 is a spot play for me on our tip sheet. I believe I'll double check that. I know I wasn't going to get great odds on this horse, but she's really rounding into. Well, she was in form to start. I shouldn't say rounding into form. When you see a horse that's got an 85 buyer, Matt, against a horse that has always run like the number 3 in the 90s, 91, 97, again, there's signal in the noise. This horse costs $350 for Chad. It's a Constitution. Her upside is fantastic here. And the fact that she's actually favored over the 3 just confirms the fact that this horse is super duper live. But we knew that before the odds, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, this one, at least, and I know I'm a little equine edge heavy today, but it's funny, not in love with the 5 at all. It's looking at it as a very average horse. It's not even amongst the picks at the top. This likes the 3 for whatever reason.
Well, because the 3 already has better numbers.
Yeah, but it's giving no credit at all to the 5 being on an upswing, or I mean, and that's frankly part of the way these computer algorithms work, is they don't give enough credit for some of this human factor of judgment and us kind of knowing intention and things like that. You know, this is reading numbers. It's not reading intent.
I think Cassiar is the one that I'm interested in terms of a price, Andrew. There looks to be quite a bit of early speed here on paper. She's had some races. She's been all over the country, but it's her second start off the layoff for Dylan and Shug. If it heats up, I think number 1 Cassiar has an outside shot. What say you, has there? It looks like they're going to be approaching the gate very soon.
Yeah, no, I agree. Though I thought if the 5 was going to maybe not show up, the only other, off pace closer type that will be able to run into this type of pace was the 1. I believe that's my alt pick in one of the tournaments I played on Horse Tourneys today. I think I went 5-1 or 6-1 here for value, but I like the 1 here underneath, and I think he definitely has a shot to even win.
Howard, your 5 got bet a little harder than expected in the double in the pick 3, which I take as a good sign. So it is definitely live, and I think, well, as we're watching, this price disparity is closing up in front of our faces.
Andrew, Safi's got 3 in a stake race in New York. What do you think he's telling the jockeys? Because the 3 is sort of best close, but the 4 Dazzling Move, who takes blinkers off, is also better on the lead. And I guess one of the main threats is Irish Maxima. There looks like to me a lot of speed in here. I don't really know what the plan's going to be for the Safi horses in terms of who's going to purposely go forward. Any thoughts?
Yeah, it's kind of weird because the 2 and the 4 are owned by the same ownership group, and they're both not like necessarily faster than the 3. So it's like sometimes you would think like, oh, maybe they're gonna put some rabbits in there for another horse to win, but it looks like it's almost the opposite. They're sending all the fast horses, and the 20-1 2 horse is the only one that can kind of pass. And then you throw Zayas on the 2, which is Safi's go-to rider in the down south. 2 could be a little bit of a live long shot here. I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't hit the board.
42-1.
Throwing Zayas on there, that's his go-to guy. So,
all right, let's go to the sound. Inefficiency is a spot play, correct, Matt? On the tip sheet, could you look that up? All right, well, let's cheer.
Powder.
Let's cheer for that horse.
To the outside.
It's the Grade 2 Ruffian,
of the Grade
named
2
after one of the best
Ruffian.
Female horses in the history of the game. Flat mile. Here we go.
And they're off.
Favorites didn't break grade, either one of them.
And also towards the back, it's Cassiar. Irish Maxima with that early speed. It's Irish Maxima. Here's Eunomia. Inefficiency now collects herself as a stalking presence towards the outside. At the rail, there's Ultimate Authority moving forward there. And now Irish Maxima.
Guys, I don't know about the distance, but I didn't see the 6 getting this loose at all.
Irish Maxima tugging at Frankie Pennington.
Is going to take him a long way, guys.
Irish Maxima, 22.74. Quick opening quarter mile. Frankie Pennington trying to get her to settle. She's up by 2.5, almost 3. Ultimate Authority is stalking towards the inside.
This
of
smells
back
like a
third,
very
Inefficiency
weird result
out
to
wider,
me
that's
right
Dry
now.
To see where that 2 is.
In
I
between
do.
horses, here comes the
Great
run from
spot.
Dazzling Move at the rail. Eunomia towards the back end of the
Eunomia is
field
going to
with
have
the
to
trailer.
be tons the best to
Cassiar.
win this race.
Irish Maxima.
Yeah, I'm surprised the 3
Bill
broke dead.
now starts the sprint in 45.02, a half mile time,
Fast.
blistering fractions from Irish Maxima, who's alone, is up by about 6 or 7 lengths on Eunomia, who's moved towards the inside. Ultimate Authority is back to third. Inefficiency's got to do better towards the inside. It's Dazzling Move.
I don't know if anybody's going to catch this one.
Rally on and Cassiar. Irish
don't think they're
Maxima
going
has
to.
a quarter mile left to go and still
Holy
has
cow.
an 8-length advantage.
Frankie's in hand, too.
He's not doing anything. He's just sitting there.
Quarters trying to pull this off in the grade 2 Ruffian, and they are trying to run her
Now
down.
she's getting tired now.
Maxima with a furlong left to go
I don't think it's
is
going to
not
matter.
coming.
I don't think
Here comes
so
the
either.
one on the
Yet.
outside.
Irish Maxima.
Oh, look at Dry Powder making a huge run.
Cassiar also Inefficiency starting to roll inside the final
No.
16th.
Oh,
Irish Maxima almost there, wins the grade 2 Ruffian. Cassiar up for second. Inefficiency and Dry Powder
Wow.
finish fourth.
Nice job.
How do I not
played,
have that horse on top? Park's horse, man. You know.
I played big pick 5s. I didn't see how this horse could possibly get
Me either.
loose. And the Cassiar came flying, guys, and almost got there. Very weird race. I'm extremely disappointed. I was wrong. Frankie Pennington, man, goes to the lead 6-1 on Irish Maxima, Matt. Went really fast early, but where was the other speed in this race? I mean, crazy.
None of the Saffies pushed. That's a little weird to have 3 in a race and
They all kind
all
of
do the
just
same thing.
plot around the track.
Well, where's the speed from Dry Powder? Where's the speed from...
Dry Powder ran on at the end, but definitely was not as forwardly placed. But I mean, 8-day layoff, you know, and all the travel, I can see that horse kind of breaking slow it and off that. But no, I didn't.
I had a
see the
weird
6
feeling
going that
Eunomia
fast.
wasn't going to run well today. I know I had her second on the show. Inefficiency ran fine, ran third. Cassiar would have been a great play underneath. 6-1-5. Matt, in the contest, good race for me to skip, I think.
Yeah, perfect one.
Right?
Let me ask you a handicapping question. So you're a replay guy.
Yeah.
You're going to go back, and the next time your horse is entered, you're going to look at this race. Does the fact that it was such a weirdly run race with a runaway leader, do you discount that at all when handicapping a horse's performance? Because do you prefer it to be a normally run race when you're evaluating horses versus something like that?
Well, I mean, they won 22-3, so that's fast, but not like crazy. 45 to the half is very fast. I can tell you Irish Maxima is going to be way over bet next time. Like way over bet. Good on them. Anyone that had Irish Maxima, congratulations.
I just looked and I actually did have that 6 in the $1,000 guaranteed feature tournament on horse tourneys today. So
good.
Maybe I'll jump from 87 to not 87.
Well, you're definitely
Andrew,
move
you
up.
would have been a catastrophe 30 years ago when we had to keep track of this crap on paper tickets. You would be throwing stuff away left and right. The fact that they do this all electronically now and track it for you.
Well, I had the 5 in the Belmont tournament, so I thought I had 5 in both, but I guess I went a little Parks bias on the other one.
I mean, to answer your question
take it.
directly, Matt, it's hard for me to answer that because there weren't really any bad trips. It was just run. I just don't know where the speed came from. I'll have to watch the head on and watch the start to see if a bunch of horses bumped into each other. And the 6 on paper was on the lead, but not by a lot. And this horse is mainly a 7 furlong horse. So I think the main thing is Inefficiency got a pretty good trip and just wasn't good enough. Although I didn't think someone would get loose here. I thought the field would come back to her a little bit. And Eunomia was awful. So I don't know. Cassiar did what I thought she would do. That would have been, if I was not on the show and I had time to think about it, probably would have played her, in a reverse tri-key map. But to be very honest, I don't think I would have had Irish Maxima on top. So I think I would have lost that bet too. Yeah. This is just to me a weirdly run race, and it's going to blow up the pick 5 already because you just beat and we should show the contest after this, Max. I'm curious to see what that will do for the contest as well.
Yeah, agreed. Andrew, I love how you go back and forth between romance, lighting, and regular. Keep doing it.
Yeah, it's a little gloomy of a day, so the sun comes in and out.
I'm just looking to see what's next here. Looks like we're going to be going to Churchill next, guys. Race 8.
Ooh,
Let me
turf
see the
race.
timing here. Yep. So, Matt, we'll see. But Irish Maxima, where do you go next with her, Andrew? I mean, this is a horse that you know well. Now
They'll
she can
probably
stretch
run
out
an
to a
allowance at
mile.
Parks.
Go
No, they'll
ahead.
probably run a cheap allowance at Parks, be a paid workout, as they usually do with these PA breds. But I could see that one probably going up to Saratoga sometime in June or July, and running in some kind of stake up there.
Why
John
not?
Service isn't afraid to ship.
No, I mean, that's a huge win for them. Has that
And the
horse
good
won a
thing-
graded race before, Andrew?
I believe it's. I know it's a multiple stakes winner. Hold on, let me look real quick.
I'm guessing the answer is no, but I'm guessing.
I won the grade 3 distaff as a 4-year-old at Aqueduct last April.
Okay.
Same exact race, ran a 92 buyer.
Likes
Like
the
literally
track,
just went
obviously.
gate to wire with Frankie Bennington.
Okay. Maybe I just overlooked that one. I mean, I certainly took a look at it, Matt. You can't play all of them. Let's go to Churchill Downs, guys, right now. Next, Churchill Downs race 8. This is on the turf. The rails are out 12 feet. It's an allowance race going 1 mile for 3-year-olds and up. This is an N2X. Nice big field here. Let me refresh because I don't think these are the current odds, which I'll bring up on screen here. There's 3 minutes to post. We got the current odds coming up here, courtesy of Aquabase. Actually, we don't. Let's see. Yeah, we do. I just have to go back. I have to go to race 8 here and scroll down. Give me a second, everyone. Here we go. And the odds are not up to date on here, but I will tell you right now, the soft favorite is the number 8, Samud, for Gaffleone and Walsh at 3-1. You got 2 horses at 9-2. Love them, leave them. The 3, 2 beers by 10 is also around those odds. Sheriff Bart, who I'm sort of against, actually the 11 for Johnny V and Mott. Did you have a thought in this race, Andrew? I thought this was a very difficult race.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Samud, the 8. But I also have the 1 as a horse I have in my Twin Spires stable. Going back to, I believe that either the Keeneland race or the Woodbine race going back, but I think that Monterey Bay definitely has a live shot here. It's a nice horse, first time 4-year-old, a little bit of a value play, but the numbers are consistent, always makes a run, just needs some speed. But I think Samud's probably the horse to beat in this field. But yeah, I like those 2. Those are the 2 I'm probably going to just keep an eye on. If Samud's odds jump up a little bit, I might play a win bet. But this is a race I haven't looked too deep into. So 1 and 8 for me.
I looked at this race relatively deep because I played the pick 5. I'm 3, 4, 8, 9, not in that order in my pick 5. 3, 4, 8, 9. I thought the 4 was a little bit interesting. Dr. Park for Urton. Queen Caroline, the dam, guys. This horse never been on turf, but look at this. Definitely turf breeding on the dam side for the 4, and they put Jose Ortiz on this horse. I'm interested. I also threw the 9 in there, although I don't think the 9's going to win, but I didn't see a lot of speed, and the 9 carried that last race pretty far and almost beat a horse called Noble Confessor, which might sound familiar to you guys. That was a nice turf horse in New York last year. That was on grade 1 gamble day, Matt, and I needed Noble Confessor to go by Sinister 6. And I'll tell you what, Sinister 6 hung around a long time in that race. So I'm throwing the 9 in there. But I guess my top choice would probably be Samud. I hate to chalk out here, but my price would be the number 4, Dr. Park, who needs to run much better and is already 5. I'm just interested in the turf breeding guys. Not taking a lot of money, though, Matt. So that might be a big no bueno. We'll see.
Yeah. We see Chris in the chat. Not a big play. Wouldn't be a contest play, but the 9 win in place. You're certainly getting paid at 10-1, Chris. So good luck.
Very good. Sam Falkson, Irish Maximum, looked really good on Thorograph. I don't doubt that, but that was one of those situations where I thought there was a lot of speed in the race. It just didn't develop. When that doesn't happen, Andrew, when you anticipate a certain speed setup or pace scenario and it doesn't happen, that will blank up your handicapping for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And then Frankie Pennington's an aggressive jockey coming from Parks. They always love to just pump from the gate. So when he seen that nobody was with him, he just opened up the horse more, and I think that was the winning move that second quarter. And then he just held on, just for the win.
It's a good point. So your price shot here at Churchill is the number 1. Is that
correct?
correct?
I ended up playing a little $5 to win bet on the 1.
Okay.
And then you said something about the 4, so I just keyed the 1 with the 1, 4, and 8. So
Travis Stone with the call, race 8, the leg 2 of the pick 5 at Churchill Downs. Nice allowance race. Number
Sheriff
8,
Bart
Samood
and BB Prince
is the favorite. I'm in shit at the 4 underneath, and the 1 for Andrew is a little bit of a price play. I'm against the 11 completely, so watch the 11 win this race in the next minute and a half.
Hey, the 11 cost me a lot of money down there in Florida when I was down there, so last time out.
Travis Stone with the call from Churchill Downs, race 8.
Here the gate. And they're off. An awkward start for 2 Beers by 10 off at the back of the pack. Rocky Joy for that inside post, racing out for the lead. Sinister 6 is sent as well. Sheriff Bart comes in from the far outside, and Master of Light not far behind either. Sinister 6 will take charge. Sinister 6 opens up, heads over to the inside to lead, and Sheriff Bart from an outside post into a perfect stalking position, second by 2.
Didn't see
Rocky
the 11
Joy
getting
broke
over,
on top,
guys,
back
but they're
third.
going pretty
Master of
quick.
Light right alongside fourth as they strung out to
The
the
11
back
goes
stretch
by
run.
and wins. I'll just be wrong.
Another 5 from there back to Samood, who's racing 5th outside of Dr. Park in 6th.
Boy, is the
Love him or
11
Liam
pulling.
coasting.
Is that Flo on the 9 doing his, patented choke move?
8 by 3. Jimmy rules in 9th. 2
Oh, this
Beers
is
by 10,
fast.
11th, and BB Prince the last of them all. They are strung out because the quarter was 22 and 4, and the half is 45 and 3. They hit the far turn. Sheriff Bart has taken charge. Sheriff Bart in front far turn. Sinister 6 comes on from the outside now. Rocky
comes
Joy
Samood.
right behind
guys.
them third. Master of
That's
Light
good for the
in green
1.
fourth. Samood angles outside from 5th. Dr. Park goes to the rails 6th. Love him or Liam is 7th off the turn, 5 lengths behind. They're at the top of the stretch. Sheriff Bart and Sinister 6 head and head for the lead. Love him or Liam and Samood closing in. Dr. Park, Rocky Joy, Master of Light in tight, final 16th. Love him or Liam. Love him or Liam has come away with the lead and darts
Oh, look
away
at that
to
one
win it
just
by 3.
rolling.
Love him or Liam first. Samood was second. Many in that photo for the third and fourth
man.
spots. Among them, Monterey Bay, 2 Beers by 10, Sinister 6, and Sheriff Bart, and Master of Light.
133 and 1. Oof. And Love and Liam goes off at 5 to 1. Wow. That race really set up well. Bill Mott, Jamie Torres completely fell apart. I was right about the 11, fortunately. Went way too fast. Samood ran fine. You won out a little bit of trouble, but a non-threatening.
Checked out the turn and then was trying to go up the rail and had to stop again, but came rolling for, I think, third. It got the bob, but that one that does it all the time. That's why I have it stabled. I was waiting for a clean trip one of these days, and the one might actually win.
That's a good start to my pick 5, my friend, because I had that 6 was a soft 4 to 1. Now I got Love him and Liam at 5 to 1. That double is 57 for 2. Yeah. So I'm on my way. Hopefully, I'm 3 by 3 by 2, and the last race is very difficult. But the last race, which we're actually not going to show, Matt, because it's after our time, has our good friend Marshall Graham as a horse in the last race that I'm using at Churchill Downs. So came 3-8-1 at Churchill. Matt, that race completely fell apart. That turf course is very firm. They haven't got a lot of rain down in Kentucky, and the rails are out slightly. So I guess we shouldn't be surprised that it was a fast time, but it's a fair course.
Yeah. I mean, look, my angles to this stuff. I found it interesting mid-race to look up and see Samood's price cut in half, 3 to 2. So Andrew, you were hoping for 3 to 1 to maybe get a win bet.
That's why. I kind of figured that the 8 was probably going to keep taking money, so I pivoted to the 1. But
yeah, good move. I mean, it just got worse and worse. And look, was that a CAW move? Probably not, for sure. Not every move at the end is one of them, but I'll point out that the odds on the winner went up. I mean, that horse was 7 to 2, 4 to 1, and that one went up to 5 to 1. So it does play both ways from time to time. I'm not saying I like it, but it does go both ways.
And I know no one's going to talk about that, Matt, because we like to hate.
Right. I mean, but you do get helped. I do think just standing on the soapbox for one more second. look, someone's going to get the ability to bet last, and someone's going to always have the ability to bet more or a lot. At least for me, the frustration is this stuff not getting closed before the race starts. It would just be nice to watch a race without having to look at my phone or something else to see what's still happening with the odds as they're running. It would just be nice if they closed it. They said, okay, here's what you get. This is final. Now we're going to run. You'd also get a lot less conspiracy theories around past posting and all kinds of crap like that too. So I don't know that anything's going to change, but it is that going from 2 to 5 to 1 to 9, that other race was insane. This stuff has got to stop. It's tough.
Andrew, do you consider yourself a sophisticated individual? Because if you do, you might like the rail horse. Colts Next Stable, Monmouth, last race of the day, live coverage at Monmouth. A 3-year-old filly at a cost, wow, $525 off a layoff with Paco. Even money. Can they beat this one?
I mean, I wouldn't say no, but it is Monmouth. It is a field with a couple first-time starters on a track that's a little wet and sealed, so you never really know. I think it's interesting that Chad has a horse in this field debuting, but not taking any money. So I think it's between the 1, 4, and 6, obviously 3 chalks. But if the one was as legit as it is, it wouldn't just be even money right now, in my opinion, off the layoff. Because the field's nothing too crazy. The fact that 4's taking money is an interesting sign for a barn like Stidham.
Yeah, we know Stidham very well, Matt. This is and you've been to Italy recently, right? Matt?
Me? Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, the number 4 is named Italy. So there you go.
Okay, good memories. I'm still on this one. That's who I have in that double. Andrew, I'd make you a side bet. This one's not going to be even money.
I don't believe so either. No, not at all. Not with those connections.
Terry Frank got the exacta, by the way. I'm assuming that's
Nice.
at Churchill. Good job, Terry.
Yeah.
Way to go, Terry.
We're ready to go in the finale.
Elaine Escobar wanted to know who won at Churchill. We'll get back to you, Elaine.
Quality of essence away.
Well, the 6.
Whoa.
Sophistication ducked inwards coming out of the chute. This sophistication after that awkward.
Well, that's interesting. That makes the race a lot more interesting.
Head down the back stretch.
Well, I love Italy right now.
Italy.
Yeah.
Like here,
Wow.
Craft alongside. These
4 and 6 look really good right now.
Italy looks like a
behind
big
them in
horse,
the third
guys.
Position. Gap of 2 to Miss Sophistication, recovers to run in 4th with Senza Piu, and a length and a half to Quality of Essence at the back as they hit the half-mile pole and approach the 4-turn run. Italy clearing off into the turn, clear length and a half now. Life Raft retreats to 3rd.
Oh, the Chad horse is running a little well.
And comes after the front runner,
Yeah.
Italy, who's now shaken up by Sonny Leone. Outside, Monrev and Samuel Marin right up to the leader, and now challenges and passes. Monrev going well. Samuel Marin takes a confident peep back, sees that.
Yeah, Marin's horse is
That 6 took
loaded.
all the money at the end, too.
Monrev
Gosh darn it.
Off the rail clear. Italy behind in 2nd now. Sends a PU 3rd with Miss Sophistication, but with a furlong
Goodbye.
to go on Rev. The reins get shaken at this one, and she responds. Opens up with a big kick. The daughter of Matoli now 5 ahead. And now Samuel Marin, all he's got to do is pose for the picture.
Blowouts there.
Samuel Marin.
That's what happens
There
at
we go,
Monmouth,
guys.
though, with the sealed track, is usually turning for home. If you're in front, you're going to open up.
Guys, when Chad Brown debuts horses at Monmouth, I'm not saying they can't win, but let's face it, his best horse is in New York.
Yep.
He'll train horses in Monmouth, guys, and run them in New York. But if he's running a dirt or turf horse at Monmouth, those are 2nd, 3rd string, Matt, because the purses are much less, and he's not a dummy.
Right. I mean, look, we saw his name there. We didn't give him much of a look, and rightfully
No.
so.
Yeah.
Yep. So that came 6-1. Sorry, I shouldn't have taken it off the screen. 6-1.
I think it was 6-1-4, yeah.
6-1-4 in Monmouth. Again, thank you to Brian Skirka and everyone in Monmouth for allowing us to show the video. We'll have video at Monmouth and Woodbine, guys, all summer long. Speaking of Woodbine, I think that's where we're going to go next. And then we'll go back to New York for an exciting races.
Gulfstream is the other juvenile Fillies.
Oh, yeah, I'm
race.
sorry. Let's do that. Yep.
They're, I believe, loading in the gate right now. Or they're still doing the walk around on the dirt, so we got a little
All right.
time.
I don't know how talented the Ward horse is from the inside, and I think that
Taking
horse is
money.
making money. I know, but I think it's because it's Ward. I don't like that horse, to be honest, at all in this spot. I actually have the all button, guys, which I never ever do in the pick 5 because I wasn't sold that the 7 is the goods, and I didn't love the Wesley Ward horse. So right now, the number 7. This is the other, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to show the audio, We're going to play the audio for the Royal Palm Juvenile Filly race here. Again, the winner. Excuse me. This is the colt race. My bad. The colt race, although the 1 is a filly. Joker's check, but the favorite here is Potts Right for Phil Antonacci, and Sai is the number 7, 3-5. Beats a Wesley Ward horse at Keeneland. Did it well, but didn't blow me away. I suppose the 7 is just gonna be winning this race, but I don't know, guys. Cassie's got 2 in here. Safi's got 1. The number 4 has a race under his belt, Liberty Rings. I was interested in the number 5, Pros and Cons, guys, a little bit, and this was before the odds came up. I'm going to see if I can show that horse. I'm not saying I would make a big win bet or anything. The horse is 10-1, but I like the breeding, guys. Pros and Cons is a Justify out of a Quality Road mare, so costs $375. No turf works, and the dirt works are slow, but so Cassie, is just running this horse in this race just to get a race into her? I don't know. This is, I thought actually this was, hold on a second. I thought this was for the, this is for the Fillies. I'm wrong, guys. My bad.
It's now post time.
Okay, this is for the Fillies. Apologize.
So on the Bet and Boozin' show, I actually had the 8 as my top pick here, trying to beat the 7. For the same reasoning as you had for the 5 of why is Mark Cassie putting a first timer in this spot. And I went with the longer price of the 2. I liked its workouts a little bit more. But I think the 7 is the one to beat here. But the 8, 20-1. I don't like it's doubled its morning line, but
Joker's check at Liberty Rings.
I will not be surprised if the 1 or 7 doesn't win this race, and I'm hoping they don't because I have the all button, obviously. So we'll see.
Well, then I hope the 8 wins.
This is for the Fillies, and the winner of this race is going to go to Royal Ascot, or at least qualify for Royal Ascot. We shall see, guys.
Potts Right and Sass.
And I believe Sammy Moran is now the leading jockey at Monmouth after that win with 4 wins on the card.
Wow,
50%.
Sass.
Here we go. 125K on the line. Who's going to Ascot for some tea and crumpets? Do horses eat and drink tea and crumpets, Matt?
They drink beer.
I'm sure someone's giving him a crumpet.
Okay.
They're off in the Royal Palm Juvenile Fillies, and from the outside, Sass was away excellent, and she veered to the inside. She's going to shuffle Potts Right all the way back to second last year. Up to take the lead, it's long shot Liberty Rings.
7's going to have to be tons of best to win this race, guys. She might be 1-2. Wow.
Moving up toward the
She's going to be wide, too.
Third,
but she'll probably go by.
Motown,
we'll see.
Foxy Brown getting started Potts Right, and the trailer is Pros and Cons. To the far turn they go. It's Liberty Rings on top of length and a half.
You wire this
wide.
Potts
Potts Right.
Or I'll take the 8.
Sass is running good.
Here comes my 5.
Come on, Sass.
Outside Pros and Cons.
Pros and Cons, baby.
These Cassie horses are running.
It's Liberty Rings who turns first with the lead.
Don't let the 7 win, for God's
sake. Oh, come on, Sass. Kick. Ooh, checked.
To go for Liberty Rings. She's almost home. Liberty Rings driven out. Liberty Rings is 7-1. Get the crumpets ready. She's on
Get the crumpets ready. There we go. Is Travis Stone listening?
Is that Travis Stone?
Oh, sorry, not Travis. PIL. Gosh darn it. I'm sorry. My bad. What am I doing?
I'm just saying, if that 8 doesn't check, that 8 kind of kicked on again. It might be a nice horse.
Guys, my horse made a huge 4-wide move. Pros and Cons. 4.
It's 4, 5, 8.
4, 5, 8. The 1 and 7. That's why I hit an all button, Matt. And you know me very well. I loathe actually hitting the all button because that means you have no opinion. And a lot of people would say, Howard, you should skip the race and not play the pick 5. But if I think I can get value by hitting the all button, I will do so, Matt. And that is going to play probably even bigger than 7-1 in the pick 5.
See, the thing is, though, the 4 did come out a little bit. Not to cut you off, Matt, but the 8 did have to steady hard midway through the stretch. So that you never know, that 5 might actually be able to get put up here.
You think they might
I
look
think
at
they're
it?
going to look at it because the jockey
Okay.
on the 8 had to stand up and then came back again up the rail a little bit to almost get second. So with 2-year-old fillies, you never know, though. So I don't know exactly what happened, but I just want to put that out there real quick.
That race finished in 56.58. I believe the boys finished quicker, guys. 56. I'll have to look it up, but
the boys was also the girls because the top 2 finished were fillies as well. So
I like this race visually less than the other one. By the way,
I agree.
Yeah. I don't want to. We need to go to Belmont, guys, because they have a stake race. Take the A train. So give me an update. They crossed the line 4, 5, 8, 7, and I do not see an inquiry right now. That was the horse I talked about a little bit, Matt. A horse that had experience and went to the lead, and so there you go. Congratulations to Nicholas Palmer if it stays up. Look out for pros and cons next time, though, for Cassie. All right, guys. What we're gonna do? Go ahead, Matt.
No, I'm shaking a finger at Chris Couples. Keep going.
Okay. All right, we're going to show this, or not show. We're going to talk about this next race at Belmont, guys, because it is a stake race. Sorry, Aqueduct, Belmont, the Big A. And then we're going to take a short break here on the HHH Racing Podcast. This is the Take the A Train Stakes. The turf is still listed firm. It's been very dry in general lately in New York, but there's got to be a little bit of moisture in there, even though it is going to be listed firm. I'm trying to get to the race on the screen. This was another spot play, guys, and this is a soft spot play pick, but I actually thought the number 5 was a big price here. Alpenglow was a little bit interesting. This horse has to get the lead, Matt. The only choice this horse has to win this race, the only way, is to get to the lead. And I know that this horse won last time going 5 on the Tapeta at Gulfstream, but I think this horse has got some talent. And I think, and I'm hoping, that this horse can get to the lead. This horse is very fast. D'Angelo cost $350. Toss out 2 back. Didn't break well. Was wide. Doesn't want 2 turns. Have been working well. Alpenglow at 13-1 is definitely a horse I'd use underneath, Matt. In a race that, frankly, I don't love a lot of horses. There's a lot of meh. The 6 is favored, but I don't think she's anything special here.
So I think I know what you mean, but tell listeners what you mean when you say play the horse underneath. Like exactly what are you doing?
So if I have time to do it, I'm trying to punch it in here as we talk. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm doing. Now, for better or worse, I'm gonna show my bets to everyone here. If I can get the bets in, gotta make sure I got the money for it. So I'm gonna play Alpenglow a little bit to win. Okay, just a little bit, because frankly, I'm not sure she's gonna win. But what I'm gonna do is gonna play her underneath in trifectas. I'm gonna key her in tries in second and third with some horses that I like on top. I'm going to use the 1 and the 6 mainly. I'm looking here. Yeah, I'm just going to go 1-6. I'm going to 1-6 with 5 with all, Matt, and that is only a $6 bet for 50 cents. I'm going to punch that up a bunch of times for $3, and then I'm going to play another try 1-6. Obviously, I got to be right on top, right?
Yep.
1-6 with all with 5. And again, I don't always hit the all button, but this is the kind of race that I think is tough to figure. So I'm playing, I'll show my bets here on the screen. How are we doing on time, guys? We doing okay time-wise here? I don't want to miss anything.
A minute to post.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just go to the...
I do love
so let me show everyone I'm
looks
doing
like they're
here.
walking towards the grass right now.
I have no problem. I could be very wrong, obviously, but here's what I'm doing, everyone on screen. I'll bring it as close as I can here where people can see.
Yep.
There we go. So there's the win bet on the bottom in case the horse wins. And then you can see I'm sort of layering it, Matt, where I've got her more in third than second, because I think it's probably more likely that she finishes third than second. And, you know, look, I'm not showing this to prove I'm kind of big player. I mean, what is this, $94? That's a lot of money for some people in one race for sure. But I think she's got a chance to hit the board. And if I'm right with the horses on top, you know, I have what, $3, $4 try, Matt. It's going to pay. And it's not that expensive when you key a horse in one of the spots. Now, I will admit this horse has to break, and she's probably got to get to the lead for me to have any chance to hang around. But again, other than the 6, I mean, look at the board, Matt. There's, I see the 6, 7 to 5. Then you got 4 to 1, 6, 7, 9, 9, 9. I mean,
yeah,
this
the
is
one's
going
the
to
only one
pay.
taking money too.
Even if it comes 6 and then 5, X. I mean, if it can pay 6, 5, not the 1, it's going to pay, Matt.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm doing, for better or worse. Andrew, do you have a thought in this Take the A-Train race?
Well, I have the Trombetta horse in the tournament, which I jumped up to 37th, with only a few races to go. So I have the 7 here. And then the Aqueduct race, I believe I have the Aqueduct tournament strictly. I have the 4. I try to do a little price shopping here, but 6 did look really tough on paper. So,
yeah, I agree. Like I said, I don't know in the first few seconds, guys, if Alvin glows any shot, the 5, my long shot. Also, a tip sheet plays well.
Just filtered.
I don't love this horse, guys, but I just think she's interesting. Good luck to everyone that Take the A-Train.
Sweet Montreal.
If Sylvain is watching,
the outside.
If Sylvain's watching, Sweet Montreal, we see it.
Hey, I will say I might be a little selfish here if you bring home with friends of the 7, So
and
we'll see.
And I lost.
Guitar was off slowly.
Okay, that was
Sweet
fun.
Montreal right to the front one outside. Neck advantage.
Jesus.
I know.
The rails.
Now she's rushing up.
Alpenglow got over to the rail, is now running on through, sprinting.
Alpenglow's on the lead now.
Well, she rushed up though. This is now the 8's pressing her. This would be
there outside in 4th. Pillar of Beauty trying to keep up.
I'm surprised the 7's not forward.
Now the 8's pushing me. If the 8 didn't push me, I would say maybe. But
and after the beginning, one more guitar.
It's a weird shaped race here.
Let's let this horse go.
Alpenglow is the leader, sprinting.
Wait a minute.
All the meanwhile, Sweet Montreal trying to keep up, and here comes Cadenza 3 wide. Kingsolver saves the ground towards the inside. Pillar of Beauty is shoved along, not making up much ground yet.
Just for third is fine.
From far back, one more.
Just for third, come on.
Come on, Michael, get the 7.
Hang around.
0-1.
Keep coming, Michael. Down on the outside, 7.
Range is to the outside, trying
Down
to
the outside.
down. Cadenza to the outside of.
Just hit the top 2.
One more guitar is running on. Kingsolver's
hang for third. You knucklehead.
Kingsolver is lifting late. Cadenza is in front. It's Cadenza up by 3/4 of a length. Cadenza wins to Take the A-Train. Kingsolver second, then late rally and Blaze and Alpenglow.
She ran huge, man. If this horse breaks, I mean, gosh darn it.
Yeah, I agree.
That's exactly. I'm not gonna say that's exactly what I thought was going to happen because I didn't think I thought she would break, but man, she ran huge, man. She missed third by a half a length after breaking slow and rushing up into fast fractions. Again, who came second? The 3? I would have taken a 6.35. Would have been absolutely fine for $4.
Oh yeah,
that's really. I'll tell you what. That I'm going to pat myself in the back. Right handicapping, just bad luck, in my opinion. But you guys tell me because I'm obviously biased.
Well, your reaction was amazing. I don't think I've ever seen someone give up on a race before the sound of the bell had stopped ringing. And this is one of those where like a wife or a girlfriend goes with you to the track, you make all your bets, you explain everything, and like half a second into the race, you're like throwing everything all over the place. That was absolutely classic. But yes.
By the way, I love the ride, but I love the ride with Lascano because you don't want him like sitting. So 2 starts back when she didn't break great, guys. The jock like took back and tried to rate, and she was rank and pulling and didn't want it. I give credit to Lascano for doing what the horse wants to do. Like somehow he was able to get to the horse to the rail and get to the lead. But, boy, that's I mean, look, the try wouldn't have paid like crazy. It's 6.35. It would have been 3 if, again, if and buts candy nuts. 3-2 over 8 over 12, Matt. That's got to pay
100 for 1.
I don't know, 80 for $1.
Yep.
Right, and I would have had it 4 times. What's wrong with that? I mean,
that's a good day right there.
Well, it's not a good day
for most people. So. Not a good day for us though.
But Matt, that's a good, it's a good way to educate people. Again, you don't have to play what I'm playing. Maybe people didn't like the horse, so that's fine too. But whoops, is my camera starting? I think that when I pounded I don't know what happened there. Okay.
It's like you're giving us a hug just now. All right, there we go.
That's extremely frustrating, Matt, though.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Nice pick. Turn the page.
Thank you. Not thank you. I don't know. Well, thank you for the compliment. I'll stand by it. I thought she was very light. If she breaks, the 8 was no good. she could have won the damn thing if she breaks. Based on what we saw, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but or at least get second. I mean, at the very least.
So
that's the longest price of the board, Matt.
So let me do the fun segue. Because I'm guessing the next race you're going to want to cover is at Churchill. And when you want to talk about horses getting off to bad starts and dashing dreams, here is Admiral Dennis at Churchill, who absolutely crushed the hopes and dreams of so many people in that Breeders' Cup Juvenile. right to his knees at the start. And here he is in an allowance optional claimer.
Let me go ahead and bring up that race.
This field is very filled with horses that could have been something that never panned out.
Yes, that's also that's very similar to the White Sox. We have a team filled with people that are going to be great one day. 20 years later, it never happens. Right.
Well, you're thinking of a different horse, by the way, Matt. You're thinking of a different horse. This horse is now in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, but that's okay.
No. Who was it?
Not this horse.
Oh, Dennis's Moment. That's right. Okay.
Different Dennis.
I was close. All right.
You were close.
Still a fun segue.
Yeah. This horse
is just stupid and wrong.
This horse, we got a lot of people in the chat, by the way. Thank you. David is in the chat. David, let's see. Del Coglano. What's up, David? Thanks for joining the show. Appreciate that. Just want to see who else is here. I don't want to give short shrift to our wonderful people in the chat. We will take a break here very quickly. Let's see here. Yeah, so Admiral Dennis is an interesting horse, as there's, 5 minutes to post at Churchill. We'll take a break after this race, guys. Admiral Dennis was a Derby future bet for me, Matt. Maybe that's why you remember this horse last year.
That's exactly right. I knew there was something here. Okay.
He was I didn't go crazy on him last year, but I liked 2 Cox horses. This was one of them. I believe I bet him, Matt, I think after the maiden race, actually, in November. And look, he ran he didn't really pan out early on, but this is just a horse that developed too late for my own good. Certainly ran very well towards the end of the year, won the Delaware Derby, was in the Ellis Park Derby. Now comes back with relatively slow works, going 1.1 miles with IRAD at 2-1. This horse for me, guys, at this price would be a no bueno. Sure, he can win. Is he going to be better now as a 4-year-old? Certainly can be. Obviously, Andrew, Cox is putting him at 1.1 miles because the horse wants to go long. And Cox can certainly win off the layoffs. But there's other talented runners in here. I would be against him based on the price. Your thoughts on Admiral Dennis in race 9 at Churchill? And then we'll take a break afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think Admiral Dennis is definitely has a shot here and definitely wants to go a little longer. I'm a fan of Tistastic, though, here. But that's another one. I mean, I had Tistastic, I believe, in the Derby where it ran 10th last year. That was my long shot play. So, I mean, I've been waiting for this horse to get it right, but it's been taking a while. But those turf races are not what this horse wanted. So, going back to the dirt is definitely a sign I like here.
I didn't use this horse in the pick 5. Now, I know I'm going to be a little bit not sarcastic, hypocritical. Had to find the right word, Matt. Because I did use Admiral Dennis in the pick 5, but using him in the pick 5 is not the same as a win bet, obviously. The horse I'm interested in, Tic-Tastic can win, Andrew. I don't know. I guess Aspen in the turf experience didn't work out, but he kept trying him on turf. It's just this is a weird horse. I don't know.
It's always been a weird horse.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I said it's always been a weird horse to me.
When it wants to run, it can run. $1.6 million, for God's sakes.
Right. When it wants to run, it can run. I mean, this is a Louisiana Derby winner here, but it's just when he doesn't want to run, he runs complete clunkers.
I just wonder, Matt, why it took him so long to go back to the dirt. I just find that weird. But anyway, guys, my sneaky play, and I'm using 3 horses in my pick 5, which is sort of my only hope for getting out for the day, it looks like, Matt, right now, is this pick 5 at Churchill. Although I saw the contest, which I haven't talked about much, but I'm going to make a play very soon in New York. The 4 Tennessee Lamb, guys, is fascinating to me. He's definitely an in and outer, Matt, as you can see by the PPs. But when he runs well, he does it well. He likes Churchill. And he's a bit of a yin-yang type, right? I mean, look at this. At 90, 18, 89, 59. And he's coming back relatively quick. I know it seems a bit amateurish, Matt. I think he's going to run a big race after a poor race. That just seems what this horse likes to do, and there's not a lot of early speed. I expect Tennessee Lamb to sit off the 2 and maybe run a big race. Maybe not good enough to win. I'm going 1, 4, 6, not in that order in my pick 5.
Yeah, that grade 3 win is a really legit, solid win that would be good enough to win this for sure. The question is, what's happened since then? And
right.
Okay, I mean, you could make an argument that the horse needed a start and then just came back a little bit too tough and drops in a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I think this is one of those cases where you're not going to find an ultra high percentage play, and it therefore comes down to price and value and whether you think you're finding something. I mean, I'm agreeing with you right now at 11-1. That's absolutely worth a look.
Burning Hot scares me a little bit. I don't have him. He's going to be on the lead. I just don't know how good he is, really. He's more of a high class claimer at this point, and I think there's others that are better. You can make a strong argument that Ghoul's Gold, guys, is the favorite as we need to go to the Travis Stone. Look who he's faced, guys. How about this? Murderer's Row. Ben Duke, Skippy, Magnitude, Banishing. Oof. I mean, this horse has faced absolute monsters. So I think you can make a strong case for Ghoul's Gold to be the horse to beat with the layoff horse Admiral Dennis. Maybe needing one. We shall see as I switch over to Churchill for the sound here and get that up.
Leads
and
the way
off.
into
Sorry
the turn.
about that. Here we go.
Some bouncing there in behind. Tennessee Lamb in some cramped quarters in between horses. Gould's Gold holds that spot outside, and now Admiral Dennis is in tight down toward the rail.
My
They're
three
really
horses
crowded
are all
in behind Burning Hot.
right now. I mean,
those
really?
4 tightly grouped as they head to the backstretch
What
run.
in the world?
2.5 lengths back to timeout. Who's just coasting along in 5th. Wabaka's in 6th, and Tistastic the trailer in 7th. Burning Hot the leader. Burning Hot heads down the backstretch run. The opening quarter was 23-3, 47-1 for a half-mile time. Admiral Dennis has come off the rail now. Admiral Dennis comes off the rail and is shadowing Burning Hot past the half-mile pole. Gould's Gold is nudged along outside 3rd. Tennessee Lamb comes through toward the inside, trying to re-rally up into 4th. Timeout, give it a nudge, 5th. Tistastic starts to pick it up. Moving to within 5 lengths of the lead on the far turn. Long shot, Walaka at the back of the pack. They near the quarter pole. Burning Hot still in front. Admiral Dennis is poised.
Yep.
Gould's Gold with a wide trip. Tistastic appears on the scene. Tistastic coming on strongly on the far outside. They're heading for the 8th pole. Gould's Gold comes away with the lead. Tistastic with momentum. Burning Hot 3rd. Admiral Dennis is retreating. Final 16th. Tistastic
come on, Gould,
up for the lead.
No.
Gould's Gold fighting to the finish. Tistastic though. Tistastic got it.
And of course, I have zero money on him.
First, Gould's Gold second. Wabaka grabbed 3rd, and timeout was 4th.
Oh,
good pick.
Yeah.
Fantastic, 9-2. Nice call. Boy, got the setup. We missed the start, but the 2 got to the lead. The 1, 4, and 6 were banging into each other on the first turn, trying to get position. Admiral Dennis was awful. I'm not totally surprised by that. I just didn't know what to do with Tistastic, guys. And I was wrong, obviously. I have regrets not using Tennessee Lamb, who ran okay, but was squeezed in between. Just actually didn't run very well at all. So that was a mistake. I didn't think there'd be that much speed in the race, and I'm watching the head-on now because we missed the first start. I apologize. I just want to see what happened here. Nothing really to see. Admiral Dennis was awful. Just the first turn was a problem, as you heard Travis Stone. The 1, 4, and 6, man, my 3 horses were all sort of banging against each other. Tistastic was goofy in the stretch, Andrew, but got the job done over Gould's Gold. And I don't think we're going to see him on turf maybe ever again.
No, I don't know what Steve was thinking with that. But once again, like Matt says, I'm not a substitute trainer here, so I don't know. But Tistastic Jose Ortiz. I mean, who's better riding in the country right now in the last 2 weeks than Jose Ortiz? And he's just putting these horses in great spots. I mean, that was like, another closing trip at Churchill, which he's just timing these runs so well at Churchill that it's kind of impressive at this point.
The dollar pick 3, by the way, is 2.78. If I hit these last 2 races, I'm going to be really upset with myself. But,
that's a big number.
Yeah, it's going to pay, at least $2 or $3 grand minimum here. So, all right, here's what we're going to do. Let me see what's going on at Belmont here.
You got 8 minutes till a race at Woodbine that you can show on the screen.
Okay, and that's the next one, looks like.
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to look at the
Gulfstream's
Gulfstream,
got,
but
yeah. Well, we need to show Woodbine, so we will
Yeah.
do that. Monmouth's done. And right. Okay, so perfect time to take a quick break. We're going to be on for another approximately half an hour. We're going to be on through race 10, ladies and gentlemen, at Churchill. And I have a pretty strong opinion, even though it's a turf sprint. I have a strong opinion in the last race we're going to show at Churchill. And we'll also go back to the contest. In fact, as we go to break, Matt, let's just give a quick look to see what's going on in the contest that I'm involved in, which is Belmont.
I hope you're not planning to bet too much money, and I'd keep minimuming. I'd keep it with the minimums for now.
Okay, well, let's see here. So, oh wow, I'm defaulting to second right now. Oops, sorry,
Just
hold on a second.
some money's falling off the board, and you're just sitting in second.
Wow. So here we are, top 4 gets $1,000 entry into. Let's just make sure it's top 4. Yeah, top 4.
The fifth place guy gets $600.
Go ahead. I don't want to talk over each other.
No, sorry. The fifth place guy gets $600. So that's not a bad. I would be shooting top 5. I don't think that's too bad. 600 for this in cash.
I agree. But I need top 4 though or is it? It's top 4 for the 1,000, right?
4 for the 1,000 and 5 for the 600.
Okay. So I am. It's pretty close leaderboard. I've just been sitting basically. I mean, I have 2 more plays I have to play, which won't be a problem. There's 3 races left, right? I believe 3 races left. Yep, not a problem. Well, Matt, we should talk strategy when we come back because this is interesting. There's winning first, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't give you any. There's no prize money here. The top 4 get the same amount, and I'm in second right now. So very interesting, guys. Perfect time for us to take a break. Let me get set up. We'll take a very quick break, and we'll come back. Hopefully you're enjoying Weekend Warriors. Howard Kravets, Matt Miller, and Andrew Rdesinski as I get up the banner. And just like it says on the banner, we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen, after these brief, not really commercial messages, but get up, grab a drink, grab something to eat, and we'll be back. Thanks, everyone. right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Howard Kravets, Matt Miller, and Philly boy Andrew Rdesinski. It's Weekend Warriors. We have a fun show. We're going to very quickly, guys, play the audio for a race at Gulfstream for a few reasons. Number one, it's a solid race on the Tapeta. Number two, this is my play of the day on the tip sheet, Matt. I love the number 3 at Gulfstream in this race, race 9. Corta Fuego is currently 7-2. I thought got a sneaky bad trip last time and ran on very well against number 5 Light Fury, who is in this race, but I don't know where that effort came from last time from Light Fury. Not only that, Matt, I'm alive to a good pick 4 here because remember I beat the favorites there in the with the all button. So I am alive to a decent pick 4. Again, I'm 3-4-8, totally tossing out the number 5 Light Fury, who, if he wins, I'll just be wrong. I'm hoping the 8 shows a lot of speed, but number 3 is now 3-1, which means Matt must have just placed a win.
I did.
This horse broke a little bit slow, Matt, was wide, and then in between horses on the turn, and still ran on to finish a very good, underrated second. He's got to get the right trip. No work since the last, a new claim. He's not like a slam dunk or anything, but I think 3-1 is a very fair price. And I just placed a relatively heavy win bet for myself at Gulfstream on the number 3. We will hear a siren and rock music of the number 3 at Gulfstream wins. Let's go to the sound here in just a moment. Pete Aiello again. Light Fury's the favorite. I'd be happy with Ernesto or Stealing Bases. Who's the key, Matt? The 8 has to put pressure on the 5. If the 5 gets loose, I'm probably in trouble. Andrew, you handicapped this race also for the show.
Yeah, so I love the 5. 5 was my best bet of the Bet and Boozing show, but I did like the 8 and the 3 underneath. They were my top, or not the 8 and the 3, the 3 and I believe I had the 3 as my second choice. I was 5-3 here, but Charlie loved the 8, so shout out Charlie, and I used the 8 in the $1,000 tournament, which is coming up here too. So if you can't get the 3 home, let's get the 8 home.
Charlie and I played a very small pick 4 together. He loved the 7 in the last race, so we're out, but I played bigger tickets. And here we go, guys. Corto Fuego, the 3. Come on, Corto. Sound should be coming on very soon. Oh, you know what? Sorry, I didn't have it up. Oh, I do have it up on screen. Here we go. We're good, right? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, geez. Now is that the 1 acting up? The 1 acted up. Okay. Need this 3 to break and need the 8 to go to press the 5. The 1 just acted up.
The gate is the rail horse, Hot Take Jake.
Oh, I hope that horse is okay.
He settles down.
Well,
at least it didn't flip.
Andrew, I don't like when a horse is acting up even next to my horse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
I
not
like
at
that
all. I hate that.
No.
Or when
when
a horse takes forever to load and your horse is sitting in the gate the whole time. That's another, pet peeve of mine.
They took the 1 out of the gate. I hope they take everyone out. I don't think they're going to, but we'll see. The 1 is
if they scratch, they will because they have to. Well, actually, I don't know because they have that electronic board now. So,
right. We'll go to Woodbine next if we have time, ladies and gentlemen. They've got race 8 coming up. Again, they don't make big stake races. It's just an allowance race, 5 furlongs, but we like to show it because we can show.
It's not just an allowance race. There's a horse in there named Olivia Rose.
Oh, and they're taking the horses out, Matt. Should we detour here?
They're halfway
scratching the 1. Let's see if we can. Let me see what's going on at Woodbine, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of timing here.
They're turning for home.
Oh, really? Okay. Because it's really quick, right? Well, let's see if we can catch the end of it.
Woodbine went off already.
50, forced to go wide, Little Teddy, Cara the inside, Miss Vivian shot for home, 2 in front. Down the outside, Little Teddy given full bore, and she's whisking home. Little Teddy after Miss Vivian. Miss Vivian and Little Teddy will battle it out. Little Teddy, she's full of heart. Little
Which one,
Teddy,
Andrew?
She's
outside, right?
Yeah.
Here's a Sovereign Award winner for a reason. Little Teddy the winner. Miss Vivian second, and 9 lengths away. Cara.
Vivian?
Chrome-plated heart.
Vivian.
Little Teddy. Olivia didn't make real run there, Matt. Sorry.
No, lazy.
We gotta switch to Gulfstream here. Let's see. Okay, they all right. Actually, I like this. All the horses have been unloaded, so for the 3's purposes, I sort of like that. That has no effect really on much. I've got, it's now a 5-horse? Let's see.
6-horse field.
6-horse field. Now I'm getting 5-2. It's a little low now, but what are you going to do? Not much you can do there. Belmont has 5 minutes, Matt, and this is the Peter Pan.
Ooh.
We're gonna if we have to make a decision, then we'll do that. I do have to make a bet here, though, Matt, in the contest. Contest-wise, Matt, how aggressive should I be?
There's still another race after this, right?
2.
I would just do a minimum, and that's it.
Well, what if this is my top play of the day? What if this is the play I want to play the most?
I would do it in cash. I just don't see.
But there's a lot of people that are right below me that could easily go by me. I mean,
yeah. But if you're wrong, you just cost yourself the 1,000. I mean,
I'm gonna play a little bit, Matt. I have to. This is my top play of the day. I mean, I have to do what I got to do here. So I'm gonna make a play. It's just not going to be a major play. I hear what you're saying, but then again, I got to do what I got to do. I will. So I'm betting Belmont as we speak. Let me just on my phone. Go ahead, guys. If you want to talk about the Peter Pan guys as I make a bet here.
I love Trendsetter in that race. Always love Trendsetter. So I like that this is a good spot. By the way, Gulfstream looks like they're reloading into the gate now. The 2 or the 3 is loading in 3 is already in, 4 is loading in as well.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to at least get this race off before the Peter Pan.
And you're still getting 5-2. We're still getting 5-2.
Matt, I bet $90 of my 430. I know more than you would want me to do, but it's my top play of the day. How do I not play it?
No, I say press your opinions. But Matt is the tournament player, not me.
If it's too much, it's too much. But here we go for Gulfstream, guys.
Just win.
Right.
Well, that would be ideal.
Stealing bases to the outside.
We'll go right to Belmont after this.
In line
Aqueduct,
for race
guys.
9.
Break 8, please.
They're off.
Thank you. Now be
Moving
aggressive.
off the rail, Court de Fuego begins quickly, but not quicker than Light Fury.
Be
I'm not there,
aggressive.
Lano.
Right to the
Be
top.
aggressive,
Stealing
please, with
bases
this
is
8.
going to give him a hard time.
Yes.
However, and these two go very
Good.
quick at the run to the open.
Good.
I love where the
Court
3
de
is.
Fuego broke running, but settles in third. Honesto is
It's 5 is
Wouldn't it be
quick,
nice
though.
if you can just be paid for this opinion?
the trailer.
Like you nailed this exactly right.
Timely early pace here.
I haven't nailed
Light
anything
Fury
right.
taking plenty of
It just doesn't finish right. But
races, and these two race 4 ahead of a
The
third
8's
running
being
Honesto.
aggressive is what I want.
Court de Fuego is ridden quietly.
Yeah, this is exactly how we predicted the race was going to show up with them two dueling.
Way behind, but he's got pace ahead of him. They drilled the corner 22 and 3. A rapid pace en route to the half-mile point. Light Fury gets no breather. Stealing bases, intent on softening him up. These two race heads apart, a length and a half better than Court de Fuego. Honesto's in the pink on his outside. Space
Don't
Launch
rush
has
up
traveled
this
well in
3. Just
transit, about
relax.
6
What are you
lengths
doing?
behind,
Gosh.
and 7 to the trailer. Mock Tube. They went the half in
Oh,
46
the 7
seconds
can beat me,
flat.
guys, and
Testing
if the 7
fractions
beats
put
me,
up
I'm
by
out.
Light Fury. Does he have a reserve tank? 3 wide. Honesto's about to find
8's
out.
done.
He searches for the lead. Winding up from the
So
far
is the
outside.
5.
Space Launch on the move. He was
Come on,
fifth.
this
He's
3.
now
Tip out
second and
now.
charging after
Go
the new
past
leader,
this
Honesto.
7.
Space Launch now blitzes and takes
Oh,
the
boy.
lead. Honesto is back to
I'm in
second. Light
trouble.
Fury puts the Q in the rack. Getting started outside. It's Court de Fuego. A Mock Tube underway from last, and they're on their way home. Space Launch. He said,
Come on, this 3. Angle out.
2 lengths in hand with an 8.
Go by this horse. Left hand, you knucklehead.
As Court de Fuego starts to put a rally together down the center. Space Launch looks
Please
like
go by
on
this
the top
horse.
end. Court de Fuego has a shot at him. Space Launch and Court de Fuego.
Go by.
Court de Fuego surging at Space Launch. It's Court de
oh, come on, come on,
That's what I'm talking about.
Space
Yeah!
Boom, let's go.
Woo!
Then it's Honesto.
Woo! Woo! Oh
Jeez,
my!
he couldn't switch leads. He just couldn't. The 7 kept drifting out. We're gonna go to Belmont, guys.
Woo!
I don't
Hell yeah.
race. That is big for me. Woo! All right, hold on a second.
And it kept it 5-2 as well.
Stayed at 5-2.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe so.
All right, let's play it, baby. Big time crush for Howard and everyone on the tip sheet, Matt. That's the play of the day.
Correct.
All right. Woo.
There we go.
I'll tell you what, that was a very aggressive ride by the 7. I actually like it. I didn't have the 7. I was totally right about the. You know what? It's gratifying, Matt, when you were completely right about the pace. You know, the 8 did what I wanted him to do. The 5 was a total no play. I didn't have the 7 though, so I have to say I was wrong there. Corto Fuego, Andrew, almost waited a little bit too long, or got shuffled back, or just whatever. The 7 got the jump, but once the 3 straightened out, he went by. Big win bet, and I'm alive in the pick 4, which is good also. So, whew, needed that one very badly, Matt. Very badly.
I have a little quick little story, but when I was at Tampa, when I was there, buddy with Wesley Ho and Martina Rojas's agent, and we were making the joke that Marcos Menozes loves to run for 3rd or 4th, and you could kind of see like he almost started checking the horse. And then when he realized he had enough horse, he really got going into him. So I was hoping that he didn't do that again. So I'm glad he got up there for you.
Thank God. Me too. Chris Couples said I should play the minimum. All right, guys, we got to go to the Peter Pan. This is maybe the race of the day. I'm sorry we don't have a lot of time to talk about. Trendsetter is 5-2. That's also my top choice. I'm not going to say what I'm doing in the contest. That's my top choice. Growth Equity, the 3, Andrew, is even money. And Talk to Me, Jimmy, who I'm just personally against because I think this other speed is 2-1. Very quick thoughts in this race, Andrew, as they go to the gate for the Peter Pan.
Yeah. Love Trendsetter. It should be a telltale sign that if Kazushi Kimura is going to fly out here on a Saturday, it's for this horse, and that's a good sign. Growth Equity is a very good horse. Talk to Me, Jimmy, I'm against simply because they took Ruben Silvera off the horse, and I don't like that. And I think Golfy is the little bit of a live long shot here with Kendrick. But definitely
I need the 5 to get pushed here, Matt, by the 2 or the 6. If the 5 gets loose
Jimmy.
And wins, I'm just going to be wrong. I'm playing the 1 as a win bet, Matt, and I'm playing exactas 3-5 with 1. So I don't need the 1 to win. So the 1 the first and second. Not even near an all in, but not a minimum because the 1 is a very strong play for me.
Peter
On
Pan.
the tip sheet also on one Trend Center. Here they go, the Peter Pan.
And they're off. Azam broke sharply, and Azam right to the front. Trendsetter will take back now in behind the leader.
Go with
Talk
this
to
too.
Me, Jimmy. His front running style is ready to challenge Azam, and now Talk to Me, Jimmy puts ahead in front.
Jeez.
Talk to Me, Jimmy. Manny Franco into that
I don't
turn
understand
is up by a full length now, as Azam is going to be a comfortable second. Out wider, here comes the Orange Silks of Gulfy.
The 2 and 6 are dead speed, and they take back.
And
It's
the
just
trailer. Trendsetter. Talk to Me, Jimmy.
Really
well off the
frustrating.
rail as they move to the back
Makes
stretch
no
at
sense to me
23
at
and 4, the opening quarter mile. Talk to Me, Jimmy is up by 3/4 of a length. Gulfy and Hot Pursuit is there a stalking second. At the rail is in third. Growth Equity is in 4th. And the trailer, Trendsetter. They're chasing Talk to Me, Jimmy up the backstretch. Still comfortable. Is now in front by a full length.
Trendsetter's not going to win this
Gulfy
race,
is
guys.
still
I can tell you that.
second
I'd be
to
shocked.
Azam.
I hope he
Now
gets
starts
second.
to move forward at the rail.
This is not how I
No
envisioned
yet.
the race,
Growth
Andrew,
Equity
at all.
is in 4th, just stalking the top duo. 48 points.
No, not at all. I was expecting the 2 to be a little bit more closer.
From last to catch Talk to Me, Jimmy, with a
If Trendsetter can win from this pace scenario, then
I don't care. He just has to get second.
Trend
I
of
don't care about
our
if he wins at
Gulfy
this
starts
point.
to move
But I don't
in.
think he's going to get
half length of
second.
the leader. Talk to Me,
Kendrick's looking really good on this 6
and
horse.
full margin in front of Gulfy, and Growth Equity is in the clear. Growth Equity is ranging up 3 wide. Talk to Me, Jimmy's going to have to find more as here comes Gulfy. Here comes Growth Equity.
Oh, they're starting to 5 starting to quit.
Azam.
Come on, Trend.
They turn for home at the top.
Come on,
of the
Koch,
stretch,
you get
and Talk
second.
to Me, Jimmy battles on Gulfy, but now
think
Growth
so.
Equity is cut loose down the center of the racetrack, and a new leader, Growth Equity, starts to sprint away. Growth Equity, Talk to Me, Jimmy fights on towards the inside. Growth Equity up by a full length. A 16th left to go. Growth Equity, Flavien Pratt for Chad Brown. They win the Grade 3 Peter Pan. Talk to Me, Jimmy, second. Trendsetter and Gulfy.
Shit.
Growth Equity wins the Peter Pan, comes 3-5-1. I have absolutely no idea what Kendrick and the 2 are doing. 2 horses that need to be on the lead, and they just gift the 5 the lead, and the pace didn't set up, and that's a little sour grapes for me. But congratulations to anyone who had Growth Equity. That was a top pick for me on the show. I mean, look, he was even money. I was totally against Talk to Me, Jimmy, in this race.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
They need to put that horse sprinting. In my opinion. I think that horse is a really good, 7 furlong type of horse. I just don't think it wants anything to do with 2 turns.
Yeah, I was wrong on Trendsetter, but the race didn't set up the way I thought it would.
He tried to make a run, but there's just no pace to run into. So I mean, to run that okay, I guess from the back like that in a small field with no pace, but no, yeah, growth equity had the trip. So
I don't regret my bet, Matt, because simply for the fact that I still have plenty. I'm still fine. I mean, it's not ideal, but it was my top play of the day, and other people are going to pass me. There's no way I could just play a minimum there. I'm just going to respectfully disagree with you guys, even though I lost the bet, but I still think it was the right play. I still have 2 races to make a move. The smirk means you think I'm wrong, and so does Chris Couples, and that's fine. I can accept that. So I played, what $30, $25 exactas with him in second and a $50 win bet on the one.
And
So,
look, we won't know what the right move was until we see how the rest of the day goes. If the rest of the day is chaotic and nobody can find a winner, you'll wish you had your few bucks back. If a whole bunch of people now surge to the front because an even money shot just won, so be it. And you were going to have to make a play anyway. So it's okay.
That's sort of how I see it. Going to the Belmont with this horse, Andrew?
Oh my God.
I don't think so.
No?
But I think I think they'll find another little bit cheaper, like grade 3 or grade 2. But I mean, I don't think he beat much. Like Paul said, I mean, it was a glorified grade 3 or starter stake field underneath a couple top heavy horses that just didn't fire.
Okay. I don't know what they're going to do. Nice horse, nice effort, even money. I'm just baffled in a stake race. Like, who was riding the 2, by the way? I'm going to move on, guys, because
Jose Lescano was on the 2.
I mean,
but like my
you're
thing
a
is,
speed horse from Gulfstream. What's your intention? You're going to sit off and go buy these horses?
But if Lescano is going to rush up the race beforehand with a speed horse, why is he not rushing up with a horse that breaks on top? And to me, it just is kind of confusing. I can understand the 6 not going necessarily because it kind of showed it could rate before. But the 2 should have been up there with the 5 100%. I mean, there's no doubt about that, especially the way the 2 broke.
The 2 and the 6 both outbroke the 5. Right. So I understand what you're saying if you're Kendrick, and I like Kendrick, Andrew, but if you outbreak the favorite, don't you just go on with it then and plan B, Matt?
I agree, but maybe they looked at it like how I look at it, and they thought the 5 was going to come back to him a little bit sooner, and they didn't care if he was on the lead. But then again, it's Aqueduct, and who knows what they think up there after time. So
that being said, Trendsetter didn't run great, but he really got a lot of pace.
I need to watch the head on out the gate because it kind of looked like the 1 took a bad step, like second stride.
Oh, really?
But I'm not 100% sure from the regular pan view, but it might be something I have to look back at.
Well, the other reason I bet this race, Matt, is because I knew if I was wrong, the 1 or 5 was winning and people were going to move up anyway. Like, this wasn't the kind of race, Matt, where like something weird's going to happen in my brain. So how do I just play a minimum when everyone's playing a lot? I can't, in my opinion. Anyway.
Yeah, look, it gets down to the game theory at the end of these things. And when we see this, when we see the board update, it may be that there's a flood of people that have just passed you and there was nothing you could have done anyway. And having the extra $50 or whatever isn't going to matter. So, right, when you're wrong, you're wrong. It's okay. This would have been a shame if a goofy long shot had won, chaos ensued, and you bet yourself out of position. It's clear as heck right now that's not what happened because the most logical horse in the race won. A bunch of people are going to have it. So, okay, you just need to find another winner now.
Let's go to Churchill, guys, because I have a strong opinion on the William Walker, and this was tentatively going to be our last race to cover here on the show today. I can stay longer. I don't want to put Matt and Andrew out, though, because I told them this would be the last race. By the way, 3-5-1. The 3 chalks in the Peter Pan, the exacta paid $5.27 for $1. The double paid 6-3, which was the favorite double, Matt, paid let's see, 5.1 for $1. So I got a feeling we're going to see a lot of movement in the contest. In fact, let me do that right now, and then we'll get to the turf race, guys, if you want to look at the turf race on your own at Churchill race 10. Let me go ahead and refresh here, and it's not going to be good news for me because I lost that race. I'm assuming other people really moved up, but there's still 2 races.
They haven't updated yet. And, it is funny, just as someone that plays an awful lot of these contests, Naira, for whatever reason, does take a good minute or two longer than everybody else to make races. And it does just take a little longer than normal with them for whatever reason.
Well, as we're waiting for Churchill, let me just talk about they're updated. All right. So here we are now. Petroniak moved up, Matt. So did Mulvihill. So like I said, I mean, I couldn't sit there. I mean, I'm in 8th now, but I'm not that far off. Again, top 4 gets 1,000, and 5th place gets what, 600, Matt? Is that what it is?
Yes.
All right. So obviously that hurt me, but I mean, not crazily so. If I sat, I would have what? I had 490, 455. Is that right? I played 90 there. Yeah. So I'd be in 5th. I mean, right. I was going to move down anyway. So I have no regrets, to be very honest. But obviously I got to do something now going forward. Let's go to Churchill Downs here because I have a strong opinion, guys, and there's 2 minutes left. So I'm going to quickly show the race. There's a very talented horse in this race in the outside called Outfielder for Wesley Ward, who probably will win this race. It says 0 minutes to post. I'm interested. I'm going to go right to the video, guys. Sandals Song, the number 4. I bet last time and ran like he needed the race very badly. Reb 5 was actually a spot play at 18-1, Matt, on the tip sheet last time. I remember that race well because I was very excited when that horse came up the rail and won. There's horses coming off a very short rest, 3 weeks. Reb 5, Throckmorton, who I like a lot more today. But Sandals Song, the 4, I'm betting this horse, Matt, to win. I'm going to bet him with Outfielder. I'm going to go 4, 8, 2 in this race. I'm against Reb 5. Sandals Song just didn't run much at all. They're coming back quickly with this horse. And I know that he was beaten last time by some others, but I think he's going to run a much better race today. Jose Ortiz sticks on, Matt. This is a top play for me if I can get the bet in. 8-4, 4-8 for me all day long. I just hope the 4 breaks.
Yep. This 8, at least on what I'm looking at, looks pretty darn reliable. So
I would agree with that.
Yeah, your 4 underneath would pay nicely, and that'll be great.
Let me put the sound on. I don't know if I'm going to get this in.
The Mason at
here
Outfielder.
We go. You got a few seconds still.
No, I got the win bet in. I don't know if I can get the exact in the other way. Let's see. I'm going to try it. And I did. Win on 4, exact to 8-4. Here we go. William Walker.
They're in the gate. And the rough. Long shot, Walter the Mason won the break quickly. Racing out to grab the lead. Clears the field, opens up 2.5 in the first 16th of a mile. Walter the Mason, fleet-footed out there. Outfielder from the outside post races up to grab second. Throckmorton is racing third. Rebel with the Causes, fourth. Sandals Song in fifth. Ketchum is sixth. And Reb 5 is at the back as they all chase Walter the Mason onto the far turn. A big price out there and a fast quarter.
Wow.
21 and 1/5 seconds. And it's a 3-length lead.
Went up to even money.
Walter the Mason heading for the quarter pole in front. Holds the lead by 3 as they turn in. Outfielders now set down for the drive. Rebel with the Cause outside. Sandals Song and Throckmorton heading for the 8th pole. Walter the Mason's in deep water. Here comes Outfielder. Outfielder's up for the lead.
Keep trying.
In behind is Rebel with a Cause and Sandals Song. Throckmorton comes through between.
Get him up for second.
Got the jump on everybody. And
boom.
Scores.
Boom, 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 boom.
That's what I'm talking about.
Throckmorton third. Rebel with a Cause finished fourth.
All right. And we got even money.
Yeah.
What do we got in the 8-4 exacta? It's got to be okay. Can't be that bad.
11.
Okay, 11-1.
Ooh.
Oh my.
We're going to Sizzler.
All right.
Outfielder has done some of his best work on the.
Boy, Outfielder has
horse.
learned to rate, Andrew. This is a nice horse. He's learned to rate. Sandals Song didn't break rate again, Matt, and beat the 1 and the 2 who he lost to last. This is such a yin-yang game. People just have to pay attention. If you watched Sandals Song last time, Matt, like, he didn't even try. I'm not saying they were trying to lose, but Jose tried all the way to the wire and was wide and just barely got past the 2. What did I say? 4.82. It came 8.42.
Beautiful.
There. Reb 5. Last time was the time on the 1 to get him. I'll take 11-1 on that horse, Matt. On that exacta, sorry, all day long.
Look at your chat. You got a whole bunch of people slamming exactas, having a good time. Good stuff.
All right.
That was terrific.
Let's see. Let's see. Nice Howard from Gary Rice. Thank you. Terry Frank, big exacta. There we go, Terry. Let's see. Nick Feldman, LFG. Appreciate that. Oh my. Hello, Nick. There you go, Nick. We're going to Sizzler. We're going to Sizzler. Do you know what? Name the movie, Andrew.
Beats me, man. I'm not a big movie
These
guy.
young guys. These young guys. Matt, please educate the youngsters out there.
At least he didn't say The Matrix. I was going to lose my mind if he thinks that's the stuff I'm watching. You're not going to like me either, Howard. I don't remember what movie that's from.
Oh my Lord. So embarrassing, Matt.
What were you going to say?
Embarrassing.
I remember the
if
line.
If I said the actor that said it, would you know the movie?
I don't know. Try me.
Wesley Snipes.
Was that in White Man Can't Jump?
Boom.
There you go. All right. That was a great movie.
When Woody Harrelson, like when they win the 2-on-2 game or whatever.
I'm talking now to Andrew, and I'm talking to anybody, under
there we go.
30. This is not one of these movies where old people tell you to see it, and then it feels old-timey, and it's like, is this even in color? And like, no. It's a totally normal movie. It still plays well. It's baller. It's great. Rosie Perez with foods that begin with the letter Q. I mean, it's unbelievable good stuff.
Rosie Perez in that movie.
She was dynamite.
She was hot in that movie. All right. Well, I love this game, Matt, because like the ups and downs. Look, I do not hide my emotions, ladies and gentlemen. I wear them on my sleeve. I tell people exactly. Yeah, Rosie on Jeopardy was fantastic.
Oh my God, Kadeem Harrison, was that the guy from?
Oh, you're right. Sorry. Thank you, Tom.
What show was that guy on? That was a great show too.
In Living Color, was he? No,
I can't remember.
Okay, I'm sorry, Tom. I screwed that up. You're right. He was friends of Wesley Snipes in the movie, and he was. They were excited, right? Because I think that character had money on them, right, Matt? He had money on them in that contest. Andrew's like, what is going on? All right.
Oh my
Andrew,
God.
this isn't any crazier than our chat last night, which we're not even going to touch on this show.
We can't even read that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting. To say the least.
We had a little young man versus old man rap battle on our anyway. No one wants to know. Terry's going to know what the raps were now. So sorry, Terry. That's privatory information. We can't tell you. Matt, that's how you make money on a horse that you're not sure is going to win, but you like underneath. 6-1 on Sandal's Song, and we got 11-1 on that exacta, and it looks like a lot of people cash. So that's great.
Big time. That was great. And look, I guess it's a good money management lesson for watching this show. Don't blow your wad early, right? I mean, we're on for a while. Listen to what the opinions are and try and play along to some extent. You don't have to win every race. I mean, we haven't exactly been hot, but if you hit a couple, you get right back into it. And that was good stuff. That was fun.
I wish I played more, but honestly, it's been a bit of a rough day. So I just, I know Matt's going to say that shouldn't be an excuse. Actually, a better excuse, I didn't have time, Matt. In fact, I barely got that in, to be honest, because I'm trying to help the people. I'm all about the people out there more than myself, Matt. I'm trying to help the people out there. Between the win bet on Corte Fuego and that exacta, now I am pretty much out for the day, and now I need the contest to come through. Guys, I'll tell you what. I'm looking at Belmont. So Gulfstream's got 3 minutes left. Should we end with Gulfstream at the end of their card? It's the end of the
yeah, we can do that because I think I went over this race a little bit too on the show.
Let's talk about it, Andrew. You okay, Matt, for another 5 minutes?
I forget who's running in it.
I am fine, and you've got Woodbine 3 minutes after that.
I'm good too. It just started pouring, but now the sun's coming out. So
do you want us to keep going? Because we're here for the people. Put it in the chat. Are we done? Do we keep going? We got over 200 people watching now live. So put it in the chat. How many people want to see us go on for a little longer?
Oh, this is the race with the Japanese-bred Ripoli horse.
Sure is. Well, Andrew, let's talk about the last race at Gulfstream. It's the cash leg of the pick 5. I mean, people aren't going to actually say in the chat, "Stop, you suck," are they, Matt?
they just turn it off. It's fine.
Keep going, keep going. Yes, keep. Oh, I mean, look, I would never be sure what to do, guys. But when this guy says keep going,
Yeah.
Davey
All right.
Lane, Davey, we're here for you, my friend. And it's almost what Davey, it's like 10 o'clock on a Saturday night. What are you doing watching our show in Liverpool, England, man? Hit a pub, Davey. Come on, Davey. All right. They want to show more. Andrew, last race at Gulfstream, interesting 2-turn, 7.5, I think. Am I right about that?
Yep. I believe rails are out
maiden.
10 feet or 30 feet, something
More
like
like
that. Nothing crazy.
The favorite right now is a horse I don't like at all. Not even a little bit. The number 3 is the favorite right now at 3-1. The horse we're talking about is a Rapoli horse, Matt. Restock. What happened?
No, I said the 3 was my top pick in a very somber.
Was it really?
It just crushed his heart. He's just like, but that was my top pick. Like,
no, this race is wide open. There's
boy.
really nothing.
Now go ahead, Andrew. Talk about Elenique 5-2. I do not have this horse in my pick 4, which should pay just okay.
Well, my argument was that it's Saez on a horse that hasn't had any quality of a jockey like Saez. And then you add in the fact that, Being Cone's on fire with these turf horses. This one's run second, 4 out of 5 times or whatever it is. But it has a race over the 7.5 circuit here. And that was, a couple races back and didn't really run too good, but, 5th in a field of 10 and whatnot. And the numbers are okay. I think this one wants a 7.5. It definitely wants longer. But now with that experience of that quick first turn, maybe this one can improve. But the other 2 horses I liked were the 5 and the 6. And then I know our resident host for the Bet and Booze and Kyle loves the horse Code here, number 8. So yeah, it's a wide open field. I believe we all had different horses on our show on top. But yeah, I really want to see how this restock horse goes for Rapoli on the 5.
I'll tell you what, guys, these payouts are shockingly good. In the pick 4, I'm sorry. Let me switch. Let me go to the 5. Talk about the 5 horse, Andrew. I don't want to miss the race. How are we doing time here?
We have.
Hold on a second. Oh, we're okay. They're dancing around. We got a little.
Yeah, they're gonna milk this a little bit.
Talk about restock. There's things I like and there's things I don't like.
It had to be a private purchase. I don't know the price because Hollis is getting a Japanese bred horse over here at least. I do like that turf work. 3 works back. You get it's a weird connections for a Rapoli horse. It's just everything just screams really confusing here with this. I don't know, but it's taking money. Has some good breeding to it. Japanese bred horses always are running good now, especially against American horses. They might not win all the time, but they're going to give you a fight for your money. But yeah, I just want to see how this one does. I think this one, if it's good enough, it would probably be up in New York at some point. So we'll see how this one pans out.
I hear you on the 3, but here's my thing, Matt. If Being Cone wanted to go long, I mean, he had plenty of opportunities to do it, and he kept her short. I don't like over 6. The horse can win. I don't mean to crap on Andrew's selection here. She can win, but man, I just don't want over 6s. I just don't like them. I know it's Saez. I could be wrong.
Ocelli was 0 for 6.
I'm sorry?
Ocelli was 0 for 6. That one ran pretty well.
Yeah, but now it's 0 for 7.
That's true.
Oh. Are you comparing a Derby runner with a? All right. Anyway, I hear you, Matt. I hear. But let me. Can I just finish my thought, Matt, real quick? So I'm 5, 6, 8, 10. That's who I have here in the pick 4, and I spent $180. Full disclosure, $180. It's more than I usually spend in a pick 4, to be honest, especially at Gulfstream. Not during the championship meet, but mainly because the all button mat, it costs more money, and also I love the 3. So I figured in the last race. I'm getting anywhere between $9.53 and $12.58 on a $180 pick 4. I don't have the 3. For the hedge conversation, Matt, is it worth putting a win bet on the 3, who is the clear favorite 2-1, if you were me, or just let it ride?
If I were in your exact spot, I would have a small bet on the 9. That's the one that, at least in the
9.
multis, that's
At
the one
5
in
to
the,
1.
Yeah.
that's the one in the multis that caught some money that I'm a little surprised. I do think these odds are going to fall a little bit, but the 3 did get bet pretty hard, not just in the double in the pick 3, but the further out you go. I just don't know at 2 to 1. That's a pretty tough horse to hedge with at 2 to 1.
Sure is.
So I don't know. If I'm in your spot, it's probably $50 on the 9, $40 on the 9, and call it a day.
Well, I don't love the 9 either. There's a jockey, Rashid Hughes, who, I'm just gonna let it
He's
ride.
like Safi's number 1 down there. Besides,
He is.
what's the other? Yeah, right. Recently, at least, last like maybe 3 weeks.
Where is?
I don't know where
is
he came from. I don't know if he was an exercise rider that turned
Right.
jockey, but he won like 5 races on a card, maybe 6, 7 race cards ago. So
I'm gonna let it ride, guys.
Yeah.
I don't like. Why am I betting win bet on a horse I don't like? Forget it.
right.
You don't have
I'm
to.
just curious to see. I'm curious to see how the 5 runs. Restock is a spot play, a very soft one. I like the works. Very quickly on the 5. Reyes is very good. D'Angelo, the trainer jockey combination, guys, is good. It's like 26%, but
3 away from a start.
D'Angelo does
Restock,
not do
Little
well
Georgie
with
and Greed.
2-turn maidens on turf. But I'm assuming he hasn't had many like this horse, who was a
Right.
Japanese bred for a pole. So we'll see. Again, I agree the 8's going to like the distance better. Again, I need
Greed to
3,
take the
5,
outside
6,
gate.
8, 10 to cash the pick 4. Good luck, everyone. Gulfstream race 10.
They're ready to go.
They're waiting for the 10, it looks like, to get in the gate. 6 is lynching also, taking
They're
a
at
little
post.
sneaky money. Here we go.
And
5 didn't break
runners
great.
away.
Not horrible.
Warrior Sophie, quick to begin, reaching out for the early advantage up on the outside, Little Georgie, and in between them on my time. These 3 are quickest in the run to the first turn. Dreaming of Joy drops over to the rail to race from 4th. Up on the outside goes Code, saving ground toward the rail. Chance of a Lifetime, a length in front of Elenique and Timeless Melody. Out 3 wide is Restock.
Like where the 6 is,
And it's
guys.
a gap of another 4 to the trailer. The trailer is green.
Yeah, 6 got over.
Back stretch they go, chasing 14 Tron.
5's okay.
Time, who leads by 2.
3 is pretty far back,
Quarter
guys.
time was 24-1. Nicely relaxed, while second is Warrior Sophie. Third at the rail, Dreaming of Joy. Little Georgie remains in 4th, a length and a half in front of Chance of a Lifetime.
5 is
And it's
uncovered,
Code
which
in
I
front of
don't love,
Timeless
but in the
Melody, who
clear.
lingers third last. Second last is Elenique, and the trailer is Greed. They went the half in 47-3. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. On my time, about to face her first threat. It comes from Warrior Sophie, who makes a sharp move on the
Oh, it's a
outside to
6.
be
You
within
got
the neck
something
of the
here?
leader. Driven
Or
into
the
third
8.
is Little Georgie outside of Dreaming of Joy. Code is underway well 4 wide. Trying to wind it up from the back is Restock and Chance of a Lifetime. They fan across the course and they straighten away for their run to the wire. Code getting started down the center. Little
Go on
Georgie
this
runs
8.
with her. Code hits the front.
I'll take this
Little
8.
Howard.
Get
Come
this 8
Warrior
home. Don't let
Sophie
this 3 up the
fighting
rail
hard.
win.
Elenique at the wood. They
Go
get
with this
past
8.
the
There you
lead.
go.
It's Code in front, and Code will win it. Code by a length in the end. Little Georgie.
Beautiful.
Elenique is third. Fourth is
Right.
Timeless
There you
Melody.
go.
Chance of a Lifetime for the high 5.
I love the
29
stretch out on. I love the stretch out on this horse. 7 to 1 is completely
A gift.
insane. That was my
Yeah.
second choice. The 5 didn't run great. He was wide. It was a guess. Now I'm up for the day. Okay, 1,035, and in the pick 4 at Gulfstream. Wow.
That's how you
Over
do
the
that.
summer. There you go. Your 3 ran well, Andrew. Just
Yeah,
too far back, and
It's a weird horse. I don't know what else it needs. It feels like it wants to run in the last 100 yards and that's it.
yeah. The 8 was only second time starter. I thought the 8 would love to stretch out. I think my top picks were 5 and 8. The 5 was a guess. Made a little bit of a middle move. Didn't run well. It was a guess though. To be very honest, I didn't say I love the horse. I just thought it was interesting. Comes 8, 9, 3. The 3 really didn't have an excuse. I thought I got a clear run. Just wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
The 9 ran fine, but it just felt like a race man where you want to go with lightly raced horses instead of horses that had run. And I think I can't remember who rode the 8. Nice ride.
Joe Bravo.
For Fletcher at 7 to 1 is just completely insane.
Beautiful.
All right. So congratulations, anyone that had Code. Do you write any Code, Andrew?
I do no, not at all.
Matt, you're a smart guy.
No, well,
Although we did have to do it in high school our senior year. We had a video game design class, so we had to do a little bit of that. But it was an elective. I went to a tech school, kind of tech school, but
all right, guys, I'm going to let Andrew. I'm going to let you and Matt talk because I can't show. I got to make a bet, and I don't want to take myself off screen. We have to go to Belmont. There's 3 minutes left of Belmont. There's 2 races left in the contest, Matt. I don't have a good opinion in the last race at all, although I have to look at the doubles. There's, like I said, about 3 minutes here. I need to do some math and make some bets. Matt and Andrew. Actually, I will take myself off screen. Take it away, please. Let me see if I can get Belmont up on screen, at least the field. Hold on one second. Sorry here. Is it here? Apologize, everyone. Yes. All right, here's the field, race 10. I'll let you guys talk through it. They're on the turf. I'm going to take myself off screen.
Yeah, so I guess I'll start. I love Arkhipov, I think that's how you pronounce it, as a horse in general. But this is a tough spot for him. I think Golden Channel is actually probably the better of the two. But outside of those two, the other Chad's taking a little bit of money. Wasn't a huge fan of it, but who knows? Pratt's on probably the better one. But yeah, I think it's between 3 and 7. But I don't have a huge opinion here outside of those two.
Yeah, well, Equine Edge is looking at it the same way you are. It has those two as kind of stand out. It gives, between the two of them, they get 54% of the win percentages. And looking at their odds of 5-2, I don't know that's the kind of race I'd want to bet both of them, but certainly to pick one. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at, doesn't seem to be a ton of pace, especially on the turf out there, but I do think the 7 should be somewhat more forward than the 3.
Yeah, I agree. The 3 is a horse that loves to try to have to trip out. If it gets in any trouble, it kind of, hurts itself more than the trouble itself. I don't know if it's just a quirky horse like that, but I will say I had the horse in its maiden win. But other than that, its course cost me a lot of money because I've been a fan of it. But yeah, that's why I think I went with 7 on top here. But who knows? It's a tough race. I don't have a strong opinion.
So let's talk about what Howard should be doing in the contest. No worry that he's not going to listen anyway. I think for where he's at, my vote would be a straight large win bet. Enough, and let's look at where, let's make this even more relevant by looking at the actual board. So I would say for where he's at right now at 345, and the money is at, let's call it 425, he's got to break 550, in my opinion. And if he's got to break 550, I would do it with a $150 win bet on your 3 horse. And I would bet a couple $100 worth of doubles with the 7. You could get good leverage. So you can play both horses in a tournament if you're willing to take win odds with one and juice your odds up with doubles with the other. So, I this is not a situation where I would just Dutch the 2 with win bets, but I do think he could get away with playing both if he wants to.
Awesome Empire.
What'd you do?
I put a win bet on the 7 and played some exactas. I did not play doubles because I don't like the last race at all. I'm not all in, but almost all in. So if this doesn't work out well for me, Matt, I still have money in the last race to. It's not like I have to hit that much in the last race, but I have to hit something. I need
Golden Channel.
Yeah, I need the 7 to run well. I'll just leave it at that.
Blown cover.
Here we go.
Mark it to the outside.
Good luck to everyone. Belmont.
Middle market.
Good luck.
At the Big A. Thank you.
Goes in. All set. And they're off. Good beginning, blown cover in between horses. Awesome Empire in the early mix 2. Golden Channel from the outside and middle market. Those 4 scramble on for the front end. Holding the rail position, Awesome Empire with a nose in front. Here comes company to the outside, though. For the far outside draw, Jose Lescano in middle market, now in front, up by a full length. It's middle market, takes him towards that turn. Blown cover is to the outside of Awesome Empire. They're second and third. At the rail tightly, Right to Vote is to the inside of Golden Channel. Arkhipov is now a well-settled 6 in behind that leading 5. My Matoli, second to last, and Ramblin' Wreck is the trailer. They get set to move to the backstretch, and they're chasing middle market, 23.41.
This is not how I envision this race happening, but you got an 80-1 up top.
Tight hold here. Awesome Empire wants to do more. Is at the rail, is a ground-saving third, and outside
7's in a good spot.
Was in 4th.
Yeah,
Right
but I don't know if he
is
can
at the rail in
close.
5th. Quick over, look over his right
thought he'd
shoulder.
be
Manny
on the lead
Franco
or
sees
very close to
Arkhipov
it.
to the outside and
We'll
6
see.
is in the 2 path. My Matoli and Ramblin' Wreck. 49.19, the half-mile time.
Pretty
Middle
slow.
market at a huge number. Middle market with less than a half mile to go. We'll take him into the far turn. Blown cover, waiting for the cue to the outside in the 2 pass, still stalking. Awesome Empire
Anytime
at
this
the rail
2
in
wants to
third.
back up into the 1
Golden
would be
Channel
fine
starts
with
to
me.
get rolling in. Arkhipov switch to the outside, and just like that, Arkhipov
boy.
starts to pick up rivals quickly. Arkipov's going to be 4 wide as they reach the top of the lane, but plenty of momentum. The leader, middle market, with a nose in front.
This 3 just
Blown
really
cover,
messed me
Golden
up.
Channel.
Really
Arkhipov
bad
now
there.
asks for his full effort.
I'm
Right
in
to Vote
trouble.
just in behind him, and Awesome Empire towards the inside.
Unbelievable.
Arkhipov starts to lift towards that grandstand side, and Arkhipov is to the outside of
Awful.
Blown Cover, who's in for the fight. Blown Cover won't give it away. Arkhipov now with a neck, now a full length in front. Right to Vote is the new danger. Arkhipov almost there. Arkhipov drifts out, but gets the victory. Right to Vote, and then came a photo Ramblin' Wreck with the late running, and a photo with Blown Cover.
I don't
7
know.
was
That 3
awful.
drifted out pretty bad in that stretch.
7 was absolutely awful.
Yep. Sorry, Howard.
Yeah, it sucks. I'm sorry.
Well,
man.
I want him close to the lead, and I didn't think he could close. And then the 3 made an early middle move and made the 7 go, and I knew I was in trouble. It's funny, Arkhipov was in the Grade 1 Gamble last month, Matt, and I didn't like him at all. I liked him a lot more today. I was against the 1. So what I did is I had a win bet on the 7 and a big exacta 3-7 and a smaller exacta 1-7. This is really close for second, by the way, guys. The 5 really made a run. I don't think the 5 got there for a second, but it's. Oh, you know what? The 3 came out.
Yeah, 3 drifted
You're right.
bad.
The
Even
3 actually. You know what? The 1 still got second. This is an interesting situation, Matt. And
Chad,
Andrew,
though.
because what's that?
they're both trained by Chad Brown, so
Well, here's what I was going to say. If it is 3-1-5, if the 1 had gotten third, well, I don't know if we'd see an inquiry because they're both Chad, right? So he doesn't want to. Because if the 1 had gotten third, you can make a strong case that the 1 should have gotten second.
They
Because
will
the 3
finish
came
versus
out.
the 3 Arkhipov.
They will
So-
adjudicate this
Or the
fully, regardless of who the trainer is. They still have to respect the betting public and the owners and all that. So if there was a foul, regardless of whether or not it's the same trainer, they would absolutely treat it the same.
yeah,
Well-
no, the inquiry
well-
will pop up. I don't think there'll be a trainer or a jockey objection.
That's
here.
what
I
I'm
think-
saying.
right,
Matt.
yeah.
So, yeah, if there's something egregious, they're going to look at it. But if it's semi-egregious, that's a really weird situation, Andrew, here, because let's just say the 3 did bother the 1. Okay. If the 1 had finished third because the 3 bothered the 1,
Yeah.
you should put up an inquiry, right? Because
Mhm.
or the trainer would normally object to that. But if he objects and he's wrong, or if he objects and they take it down, then Chad would lose first, right?
Right.
That's a very weird situation. You follow?
Yeah, he would probably just tell them not to say anything at that point.
Right.
You know.
Well, they got to, but the Flavian's got to tell the outrider. You can't object back from the, like the winner's circle. They've got to tell the outrider, I want to object. I don't-
yeah. So Manny,
There's
Manny
a
Franco
time
would have
frame,
to-
Matt. I don't know
yeah.
what it is, but that's a weird.
Yeah.
situation
Usually
there,
they
you
tell
know
the
what I mean?
outrider. Yeah, they will notify the outrider.
All right. Well, Matt, I could have sat. I've been wrong in the 2 big races I wanted to play now. So I wasn't going to get to where I need to be with 435 with a 1 hitter. So either
Right.
way, I've got to hit. I'm telling myself, hey, I just won the $1,000 from the pick 4, which I sort of did. So I'll look at it that way, Matt.
Absolutely. It's all
Right.
it all counts.
I don't know. Arkhipov, Flavian comes 3-1, 5-7 was just awful. I was completely wrong there. This is a tough game, Matt. Right and wrong. That's the way I guess this game goes, right?
I do not have the 20 minutes to stick around for the last race.
I think we can stop.
Yeah,
I think we can
I
stop
have
right
to head
there.
out too as well soon.
Yeah, well, let me just see if Woodbine's got a last race we can show on screen.
Just whisper to the group here what you're doing in the last, or at least who you like. So that when we watch the last from our phones at the restaurants, that we know who we're rooting for.
You mean to the group, meaning the entire everyone listening right now on the pod, or just you two?
Well, let's just.
I actually do like a price in the last here at Aqueduct. Actually,
right. So Woodbine and Monmouth are over, so we'll end the show. We'll conclude here, guys. Go ahead. Who do you like in the last?
I like the 8. I think the 8 ran pretty good last time out on the turf, and it's 12-1 morning line for David Dunk and Sahan Sabachi.
Ooh, that's Belmont's last race, correct?
Yes, wide
That
open
would
field on
be
the turf.
Deacon Blues. Who is the favorite? Let me just take
The 9-horse Weaver Franco Icy House or Ice House.
Yep.
It's going to be the 9, not by a lot.
And
9 and then the 9-1-5 looks like.
Yeah.
Matt, I recall a last race in a contest last month that worked out well for me. Why can't it work out again?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have $95. I mean, I need to get to whatever it's going to be. All right, we'll wrap up the show. We've had a lot of fun here, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, this has been an up and down day for sure. I should have blown the horn one other time, but people will get annoyed by that. We really appreciate everyone watching and listening. Again, we would love to show video of all the races. We can't. We don't have copyright. There's copyright laws, and we can't fight against Fox and some other, networks, obviously. But Matt and Andrew, as I've said many times, instead of watching network, if you want to find winners and make a lot of money and have fun doing it, and just we're not going to talk about any features or any, show the crowd what people are wearing. We're all about the betting, Matt. And I'd say overall, we had some nice successes today on the show.
We did. Super fun. It's at least we got a couple great winners, and they paid pretty well. And yeah, all good. And thanks to Woodbine, thanks to Monmouth. I'm not trying to. This isn't a backhanded compliment or anything. Those aren't tracks that I tend to bet a lot. It was nice to just watch them on a regular Saturday. It makes a big difference to get the video, and yeah, it made it fun. So thanks to them.
It's going to make a big difference during the summertime when we get those 2 tracks and they start running their big stakes cards. So that's going to be huge.
Thanks to everyone. I guess if you like the letter E, you just want extra money today, apparently, according to
the Chris. Chris, it was like the equivalent of a butt dial, I think.
All right. I don't know. I don't know what that was about. Whoops. What did I have that on the screen the whole time? The would be right back.
Maybe.
All right. Well, no one said anything. Sorry. Thanks for watching, Matt and Andrew, especially. We went much longer than we normally do. I appreciate you guys joining us. Appreciate everyone watching. Weekend Warriors, last thing, major host fail, Matt. Major host fail.
Happy Mother's Day.
Right now, we still have a lot of people watching.
Too.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, number 1. Number 2, why don't you not go to our merch store and buy your mom something? Right now. We got a lot of people watching. At least scan Appeal, check it out. It's our store is open till Wednesday. Again, until this Wednesday. Really good stuff, high quality material, t-shirts, polos, quarter zips, dry fit stuff.
Lululemon, Under Armour. So it's like legit brands. You're not buying crap. It's actual like decent stuff. It just says HHH and B&B and all the other cool show names you have. It's good stuff.
Yeah, check out our merch store. I'm sorry I didn't bring it up. Right there. Again, scan our QR code. It's well worth your time and money. We'd appreciate it. Also supports the podcast. You can wear it at your local track and OTV. I think I'll just leave it on the screen. What's that, Matt?
We can't. I guess we still have Hawthorne technically.
Don't worry, I'll be wearing my Bennett Booze and polo at Parks. Is more than enough.
There you go. We appreciate everyone watching and listening. We got a bunch of shows next week. Check those out. Happy Mother's Day to everyone at home. And again, go to our merch store, check out our Power Pick tip sheet, etc. For my co-hosts, Matt Miller and Andrew Rdesinski, this has been your proud host, Howard Kravets. Weekend Warriors, I think episode 27 or 8. I don't even know which one. Thanks for watching. crush your bets. Anything else you play, maybe Santa Anita, later today and tomorrow. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Kravets, if you have not followed his Triple H horse racing podcast, you're missing out. It's one of the best podcasts in the country.